Me? Am I live? We are live. There we go. What is up? How we doing? I'm a little late. I fucked up. I'm a little late. Do you want to know why? I can tell you. I have a decent reason. I'm sure you would love to hear it. I have a new video series that I have started to upload. It is called Ludwig's Road to Platts. Asterix. Rivals of Ether 2 Plat. I'm trying to hit Plat in Rivals of Ether 2, not League. I'm also trying to do it in League. I'm just also trying to do it in Rivals of Ether 2. It is Plat month, baby. And so I'm playing games offline, kind of like I used to do Super Auto Pets and uploading it on the VOD channel. And, yeah, it went great. It went really well, today. So, anyway, chat, today we are watching part 2 of Parkour Civilization. We watched part 1, and if I'm being totally honest, low-key, lowest of low keys, I did not want to do a part 2. It's a long video, bro. It's a long video. And frankly, I wasn't even sure if I would have that much to add. You know what I mean? And then I uploaded the video. And the video did phenomenally. And every day I have gone live since I uploaded the video, people are in my chat saying, Parkour Civilization Part 2. Where's Part 2? So today, somewhat excitedly, somewhat begrudgingly, we are going to be watching Part 2 of Parkour Civilization. That is the game plan. We are going to be watching Part 2 of Parkour Civilization. Let me tag the Discord, watching Part 2 of Parkour Civilization. We're going to do it with less pauses, I think, though. Slightly less pauses today. That's the goal, at least. Slightly less pauses. I already tagged the entirety of my Discord. So we're gonna take a look. I've heard part 2 is better than part 1 as well. By the way, before we jump into it, if you guys don't know, a big, what do you call it? A big event happened yesterday. Okay? In America, we have like a few superstitious things. For example, there's Groundhog Day, where we literally watch a groundhog exit its home, and that will tell us how long winter is going to last. It's a very superstitious thing. It's a very traditional thing. There's another somewhat less known tradition in America. You see, secretly, over the past 4 presidential elections, there has been one key determiner in who's going to win the election. It's something that people's lives are dedicated to, predicting who will win. But one entity has been right every election they have tried to guess. And of course, if you know what I'm talking about epic rap battles of history. Epic rap battles of history has correctly guessed the past 3 elections, and they have just guessed the winner of the next election. What I mean? Let's pull it up. Let's pull it up. You see, they started doing epic rap battles of history for presidential elections starting 12 years ago, right? This is the first one. I think this is the first one. Presumably, because before that, what is 2004? YouTube's not even a... No, 2012, actually. So the first ever presidential debate they did was Barack Obama. Wait, is this one right? Yeah, it is, right? The first ever epic rap battle history they did for a presidential debate was between Barack Obama and Mitt Romney. And again, this happens before the election is done, before it happens. But there's a tradition. Whoever gets the second verse wins the election. It's been true of every epic rap battle of history. Let's just look.
Rhymes for the second half. James and a Mr. Fantastic Face. So rich and white, it's like I'm running against a cheesecake. Republicans need a puppet and you fed. Got their hands so far up your rear, call you mate. I'm the head of state.
Kind of a bar.
Like a head of cabbage.
That's kind of a bar.
About to get smacked by my stimulus package. You're a bad man with no chance.
That's kind of a bar.
Touch me. I got 4 more years. 2 terms. And the White House. Just trust me. I hope you saved your best rhymes for the second half. Because right now, I'm 47% for kicking your ass.
Whatever. That 40% thing got you real mad. What did it remind you how many decent parents you had?
Look, I respect our religions, but it might get crazy. If the White House is a first, second, and a third lady.
Ha! Don't bring up wives, man. What are you doing? You got hitched to the female version of Patrick Ewing.
Let me be clear. Don't get it twisted. We'll see how pretty your face is after my fist has kissed it.
You're a stuttering communist.
Oh, yeah? Well, you're stupid.
You're stupid.
Nuh-uh.
So anyway, that was the first one. Of course, Barack Obama ended up beating Mitt Romney. The next one was Donald Trump versus Hillary Clinton. Who gets the second verse? But Donald Trump, who obviously went on to upset Hillary Clinton, at least based off the polling that happened before the election. The last one, Donald Trump versus Joe Biden, second verse, was Joe fucking Biden. Ends up beating Donald Trump in a contested election, depending on who you talk to. And the most recent epic rap battle of history dropped a day ago, Donald Trump versus Kamala Harris. And they gave the second bar to Kamala. She got the second bar. So by epic rap battle of history, by their predictions, Kamala Harris is going to be the next president of the United States of America. I haven't listened to it yet. Should we watch it?
What the rap battles of history? Donald Trump wasn't.
I've got the best word plays. Ask my supporters. I've got more disability.
Definitely a tough watch. I won't lie. It's definitely a tough watch.
Said a New York Times reporter, you're a scam. Your whole nomination is a hoax. Your party is so pro-choice, they aborted a state's right to vote. Pencil pushing pussy bows, think you could scare me with prison? Get your mugshot and your mugshot. Then come talk to me about convictions. To the radical left, you should be embarrassed. The way you divide our country, I'll call you Camel Toe Harris. Your inflation's got our nation.
Okay, that's a crazy bar. That's a crazy bar. Camel Toe Harris? That's an insane bar. That was out of left field. Camel Toe Harris? My God.
Clipping coupons while it's leaking worse than a wet lab in Wuhan. I had every American's 401k thriving. Stock market's higher than the planes full of migrants you fly in, and don't even try to deny the cognitive decline you were hiding. Prop it up Joe like it was Wicked and Biden. I'm here to teach you what losing to a winner feels like. Ask Pence. I know how to drop a mic. I know.
Okay. I don't know who they got. Lin-Manuel Miranda in the writer's room this year? That's crazy. Thank you for the 20 gifted. Bad foe. I have not bought the tickets yet, Z-SNES.
No, you're not all ears, but listen up close. You are JD Vance's beer and level weird. You are gross.
This is a decent Kamala Harris impression.
You've been bending American decency over a barrel. Giving Lady Liberty the finger like BZ Jean Carroll in that big creepy house with our secrets stacked in piles.
It fell apart.
From documents to pedos, you spend too much time with files. Having sleepovers with Laura Loomer? What's going on with you? Can't you afford more than Timu Melania? You failed in your own city. Bank, ballot box, in court. You're home alone too. You lost in New York. I was there on January 6th. It wasn't fun for me. Just like your bowels, I was evacuated suddenly.
What a horrible line. What a horrible line.
Oh, you are history's least hopeful, presidential hopeful, mood swinging wildly like stock and truth social. I'm here to build bridges from Texas to Niagara Falls.
I hope you wrote want that commie crap in red because you're taking a huge loss. This is ending worse for you than Afghanistan did for your boss. A man handed you everything you ever did. You couldn't make your own way, couldn't even make your own kids.
Your mommy was absent when you were just a little baby. And if she saw you now, she'd wish she were a childless cat lady. And if your racist landlord daddy wasn't dead to kill him, seeing me living rent-free in your head.
Well, I know how you failed the bar exam after that. I guess the half of you whose job it is to rap isn't black.
Oh, good one. You catch
Dude, I'm sorry. It's so hard to watch. I think part of it is the beat. I wish it were cornier in a way. Is that crazy to say? I wish it were cornier.
of smelling edgelord. You rock the beat softer than Stormy Daniels' headboard.
I can't believe I'm even in a race with this hog. Hope you're in makeup in Ohio, cause they're eating the dogs.
Donald, I'm putting you away like a rapist back in Cali. You should leave this battle early, like the crowds at your rally.
What was that bar?
Hope you're in makeup in Ohio, cause they're eating the dogs.
Donald, I'm putting you away like a rapist back in Cali. You should leave this battle.
Is that just because she was a DEA? Or a DA? Defense attorney?
Early, like the crowds at your
I
rally.
have all the biggest rallies.
Yes, well, I've got Taylor Swift.
You're ugly.
You are ugly.
Well, you're a Marxist.
Jumpin' Jesus H. Huckleberry Christ on a crutch. No one wants to fight about politics this much. You, Madam Red, White, and Pantsuit. Don't let getting higher be the greatest thing you ever do. And you, baby back ribs up in heaven. Try not to slide democracy straight to chapter 11. I've come here on the back of my...
You know what I love about the epic rap battles of history for the presidential elections? They use an old president to be like this impartial third party who's like a centrist, who's like, you know what? This is why you're wrong, Kamala, and this is why you're wrong, Donald Trump. But they just pick like an old president who's like just made a neutral third party due to time. But like if they're still dropping epic rap battles of history in 100 years, it's just going to be like Donald Trump and Joe Biden flying down. And it's going to be Donald Trump, the enlightened centrist, who's going to be like, you know, Jackson Zywalter, you are the one who's saying that we should have all flying cars. You know what I mean? It's just going to be fucking... This guy was hella controversial in his day.
Musky antlered beast with a message for whichever one of you sucks the least. This government was founded on self-evident truths. So keep it of the people, by the people, for the people.
Malls! Who won? Who's there? Protest!
Anyway, if you trust epic rap battles of history, congratulations, Kamala Harris. You are the next president of the United States of America. All right, chat. Back to it. We have a pretty big react in front of us because today we are reacting to Minecraft, but I survive again in Parkour Civilization full movie. Now, if you saw my YouTube video, we reacted to part 1 of Parkour Civilization. That video has 2 million views on my channel. Beating out, I beat the hardest gaming challenge in the world, which took me 100 hours to make. Okay? I react to a video, 2 million views. I spent 100 hours trying to complete a gaming challenge, 1.4 million. It's a cruel world out here, but it is what it is. My job is to please the people, and the people have asked me to react to part 2. Now, I've heard part 2 is better than part 1. A quick recap, if you somehow didn't watch this. Parkour Civilization is a somewhat older video now. It's like almost a year old, but basically it is about a world where the economy is built on parkouring, and that is how you get a house. It's how you get food on your table, and it is an entirely... what's that word called? What's that structure of government where it's based off of performance? Yes. It is a meritocracy, but secretly not a meritocracy because the people at the top want to keep the people at the bottom. And so one guy grinds his way literally from the depths of hell all the way to being the god of parkour, makes it once again a meritocracy. And that was part one. Part two, we are starting with our hero, Evbo, who again grinded from the ground, made his way all the way to the top, and wanted to make it an equal meritocracy. And we're going to see what happens. I don't know what this video is about. I have heard part two is better than part one, though. Okay, that's all I've heard. Part two is better than part one. I imagine what happens is a tale as old as time. The person who grinds his way from the bottom forgets where they came from. All right? Power rushes to their head. They become a corrupt leader, and then they either have to, probably in this movie, realize the way they went wrong. You know, they have to realize they went down the wrong path and get back on the right path. Or in other media, they get killed and then replace again. That's my guess. Seawalt, what's your DM? Oh, is it about Evbo on the yard? I won't lie. That's going to be a hard sell. That is going to be a hard sell. I just can't imagine the conversation with Slime where I am pitching getting on Evbo the Minecrafter, and he's like, yeah, why do you want him? And I'm like, well, so there's a beef jump and a chicken jump. It's just a hard sell. It's just a hard sell. I'm just being candid about this. I don't solo push people onto the yard. It has to be an agreement by all the hosts. And this seems like a difficult sell. But what if they only get fed once? So, Slime, they only get one meal a day. Do you understand what I'm saying to you? All right, let's jump in. Parkour Civilization Part 2, a.k.a. Minecraft, but I survive again in Parkour Civilization.
I used to dream of being the champion of Parkour Civilization, but now I am. And I got to admit, being the champion is pretty awesome. Since I'm the best at parkour, I make the rules of Parkour Civilization. When I was at the bottom level, I always thought that parkouring to the top would lead to a better life. But now under my rule, people can actually live that better life.
You know what, Evbo? You are so humble. I bet it's no coincidence that everything in parkour...
Dude, I forgot about the vine booms. Can we get a vine boom counter? I don't know if they toned it down on the vine boom, but I want a counter. I want to know.
Parkour Civilization is now Evbo themed.
Okay, I'll admit the Evbo theme was intentional, but let's be honest, you would totally do the same if you were the champion. I mean, I don't know if that will ever happen.
Oh, you think that's funny? Let's parkour battle right now and see who wins. I can't wait to be the new champion.
Okay, come on, let's be real here. You versus me? I mean, you do remember our last battle, right? I mean, oof, that was rough.
I think you're just scared because you don't practice parkour anymore.
All right, if you think you can out-parkour me, let's go for a battle. Honestly.
Okay. Now, not too dissimilar from a lot of popular shonen anime, the entirety of Parkour Civilization Part 1 was Evbo knowing one secret trick that dentists hate. And that was doing a 360 on every parkour jump. That was it. Really? If we're boiling it down, that was it, okay? And I don't want to be a hater because at the end of the day, every time Naruto's in a pinch, do you know what that motherfucker does? Kage Bushi no Jutsu. If he's really sweating, a Rasengan. That's, you know, not too dissimilar from Evbo 360. If he's really in a pinch, backwards 360. So I hope we have an evolution of what parkour we see today.
Honestly, you might be right. I don't even think I'm that good anymore. Whoa, was that a 3-block jump with a 360?
It's the first minute.
No way I can do that again, right? Anyways, you still want to battle?
Oh, no, fine. All right, you're still the best.
We all make mistakes. It's okay. Like I said, being the best in Parkour Civilization is kind of awesome. Not only did I save the world, but now I have the power to change things for the better. Since I defeated the evil champion, I undid all of the corrupt rules that destroyed Parkour Civilization, and now life is totally different. So, this is how it works now in my civilization. Every new player spawns at the bottom level of Parkour Civilization as a parkour noob. There, they will learn how
Okay.
life works in Parkour Civilization and probably fail their first jumps. But even if they do, it's okay because they'll just spawn right back inside the Parkour Temple. Once a
Convenient.
noob gets more experienced in parkour, they can attempt the course to rank up to try to get to the next level of Parkour Civilization. And yes, I made sure this course was actually possible and not some evil way to make sure that people never ranked up. If a noob completes the course, they get their iron boots and they become a parkour pro. Now, they're on the second level of Parkour Civilization, and the jumps are harder than the bottom level. As a pro, if you miss a single jump, you'll fall back down to the noob level and you'll lose your rank. The
Bro changed nothing. He's describing how Parkour Civilization works, albeit, obviously he did correct the one issue where when you tried to rank up, there was a block that prevented you from doing it. He removed that, which was nice. But for the most part, it's the same. I guess he got rid of the prison layer. The prison layer wasn't even in my video because although it was somewhat of an important part, I was like, whatever. It's basically not, he just got rid of death, I guess. He got rid of death. Did he change the beef jump? That's what we really care about.
only way to get back up is to do the course again. But if you can handle all of the jumps at the pro level, you can try to make the course to go even higher in Parkour Civilization. The course to rank up is impossibly hard, and if you miss one jump, you'll die and lose your rank. But if somehow you succeed, you get your gold boots and you rank up to become a parkour master. Only the best players in Parkour Civilization can survive the difficulty of jumps up here. But it doesn't stop there, because the only goal in Parkour Civilization is to make it to the top, to become the champion. There's only one champion, and the only way to become one is to beat the champion in a parkour battle. Which is me again. Man, I can't stop saying it. But I even changed the rules for myself, so if I miss a single jump and I die, I'll rank down and become a parkour master again. And to be honest, I still haven't figured out who would be the next champion after me if that ever happened. But I'm not really worried about that. I mean, when's the last time I've...
He's gonna fall. This is a setup to him falling. I know when Evbo's tone is a setup, this is a setup. He's gonna fall right now.
missed a jump. No, please. Oh, okay. I'm gonna pretend I almost didn't just lose everything I worked for. You see, I could have just used my totem of undying and been fine, but as the champion, things are a little different. I mean, I got a reputation to maintain. I can't have people going around thinking I can't make a water bucket. But speaking of reputation, so much of my time has been spent trying to rebuild Parkour City for the better. Now, life works a lot differently as a parkour master. The first big change I made was to the parkour bank. When I was a master, you could only get blocks if you completed daily tasks. But after seeing what life was like back in the old days, I decided to make blocks free again. Now, parkour masters can get as many blocks as they want, and they don't have to do daily tasks. I even updated the second floor to the parkour bank. Masters can now get whatever they need to build the hardest jumps in Parkour Civilization.
Okay, this is fine and dandy, but if nobody has to do tasks, who's upkeeping society? And if there's also a much easier way to rank up now, how do you even have enough people at the bottom to sustain this economy? Like, eventually, if the server lasts long enough, everyone's just going to become a parkour master, and then no one's a parkour master because everyone's a parkour master.
But the biggest change was bringing back Totems of Undying. Totems are free, but you're only allowed to have one at a time. I didn't want people grabbing like 20 of these and living forever and never ranking down, so one is the max. The next change I made was to the food supply. When I was a master, you had to build your own jumps to get food, and I was not a fan of that system because I almost starved because of it. So getting food is now different as a parkour master. Now you have to do 2 4-block jumps if you want to get food. Every day, masters can make these jumps to get 3 golden carrots. Or if you're like me and you're the parkour champion, you never lose hunger, so no need to do these jumps. Alright, well, I guess some parkour pros about to be eating good today. And of course, even if you do get the food, you still have to make the 2 4-block jumps to get back. Now, onto the part that I don't really have.
Isn't that just the same, basically? He just changed it from being able to do whatever move you wanted to you just have to do a specific move, though.
Figured out yet, and that's buying skyscrapers. When I was a master, I did 2 360s to buy a skyscraper, so I kind of like the idea of building a jump to buy a house. But the problem is that there are no more daily tasks, so I don't know who's gonna sell the houses. Okay, I don't have everything figured.
See, that's what I was saying. Who is going to work? You've made everything free. Everyone's going to get fat and lazy, and no one's going to work because there's no need to work. Why would you show up to work? You get free food. You get free items to practice your parkour here. How is he going to promote ambition?
Figured out yet, but this is my favorite part of Parkour City, the new parkour arena. Being a noob or being a pro is just about building your parkour skills, but becoming a master is when you actually have to learn how to fight with parkour, and this is the new place to do it. Up here, masters have everything they need to challenge each other to parkour battles. They can battle for fun, or they can battle to the death. I haven't really figured out if I should set a rule on that. But anyways, this is also a place that masters go to if they want to.
What do you mean you haven't figured that out yet? You're 50-50 on that right now? Maybe we let them fucking kill each other. Maybe we don't. I don't fucking know. Chat, what would you pick? 1 block jump for the raw chicken or a 1 block vertical jump for the raw beef? You go chicken all day because the thing about the raw beef, it's only half a block more health.
Challenge me to become the parkour champion. But I probably gotta change some things because I was not ready for the first day. Alright, well, parkour battles are open to the public. Oh, look at that, I already got some challengers. Wait, how many? Bro, what? How many people want to challenge me? I realized that masters usually never saw the parkour champion, so this was new to them.
Hello, Champion Evbo. I can't wait to die in this parkour battle.
Oh yeah, good luck to you too. Wait, what? Alright, let's do this. Parkour battle starts now.
Wait. Can you please attack me with a 360 jump?
You want me to attack you with a 360?
Yes, please.
Okay, I guess I can do that. Bro, what is going on? Can this guy...
I do think, you know what? You should kill the people who challenge the parkour champion. Because I think that's the whole point of parkour society. And you really only are allowed to get 1 shot. I don't feel like you should be able to get multiple shots. Because otherwise you just spam challenge the fucking champion, you know? And like you can't waste the champion's time like that. The champion is running everything. So it's like if you're challenging a champion, what is the champion not doing? Setting up society for everybody else. Like, how selfish is that of you to everyone else in society? Now, if you win, you become the champion. Sure, that's great. That's fine. That's dandy. But, like, I think the champion needs some free time. The only way you get that is really disincentivizing challenges.
I do a 360? All right, I'm attacking you with a 3-block 360 jump.
No way, you actually did the 360.
I am so confused. What is this parkour battle? Wait, you didn't even try it.
I know. I get to die by the Champion Evbo's 360. This is the best day ever.
You wanted to... Oh, shoot. Okay, this is so weird. If this is how all of the challenges are gonna go, I need to make some new rules on parkour battles. Overall, it's safe to say that things are going great in Parkour Civilization. People are now free, and life is what it should be.
He has become a god.
Even though things are going so well, there's still one small thing I haven't been able to wrap my head around. At the edge of Parkour Civilization, there's a bridge that leads to nowhere. My friend who found this said that this wasn't here before, meaning that whatever or whoever made this must have done it recently. The thing is that no one knows what's outside of Parkour Civilization. Once you reach the edge, the jumps just stop, and there's nowhere left to go. So far, my friend and I haven't figured out anything new, except for now. All right, man, what's going on?
This is strange. Something's stopping me from building the bridge even further. But this is where it gets weird. I tried throwing blocks and they just disappeared.
My friend was right. He gave me a block to throw, and when I threw it, it just disappeared instead of falling. It's like there's something here, something that I can't see. All right, well, looks like there's nothing left for us to do. I gotta go visit the old man. I said I'd visit him like a long time ago, and I never did. Before we found the bridge at the edge of Parkour Civilization, the old man said he needed to tell me something that he should have told me a long time ago. But I just got so busy with champion stuff and trying to change the entire rules of society and whatnot, and I forgot to come down here. All right, old man, I'm ready for your story. And of course he's gone. Bro, why does this guy always disappear when I need him? I need to put like a tracker on him or something. I looked around the neighborhood and I had no clue where he went until I finally saw the old man just standing in the distance. Oh, that's a relief. I thought he was trying to pull another jump in the void move on me. Can you at least leave a sign or something when you go places so I can find you? Wait, what? Why are you taking damage? What's going on?
F-Bo, you made it. Quick, I don't have much time. I'm old and I'm dying. But I needed you to hear this.
No. This can't be happening. Why didn't you say anything? I could have done something. I don't get it. You know I have the command blocks. We could have found you a cure.
There is no cure for old age, my boy. It is not my destiny to live on, but
That's true. That's, you know what? That might be the realest shit ever been said in Parkour Civilization.
it is your destiny to keep going and to save Parkour Civilization once more. I should have told you sooner about the 5th layer of Parkour Civilization, but it is too late. I fear that evil is returning.
The 5th layer of Parkour Civilization?
Beyond the edge, you'll find it. If this evil returns, Parkour Civilization will be destroyed.
That's where the bridge leads to? Another level of Parkour Civilization.
My time is here, Evbo. I need you to end my suffering with a parkour battle.
No, that's not fair. You can't ask me to do that.
He's
I'm
a
not
warrior.
asking,
Give him a
Evbo.
warrior's
I need
death.
this, please.
I never would have thought this was what it would come to, but the old man gave me no choice, and I had to honor his word.
Thank you, Evbo, for everything. You are and always will be a better champion than I ever was. I hope to be with the parkour god now.
And just like that, the old man, my mentor, and my friend was gone. Without him, I would have never become the champion of Parkour Civilization. And now there's a new evil that I'll have to face alone without the help of the old man. But he trusted me. He knew that I was the only one capable of saving Parkour Civilization. So now wasn't the time to stop. Now was time to honor the old man's legacy by finding this lost civilization and getting rid of this evil before it destroys all of Parkour Civilization.
Okay, an outside force. An outside force threatening the fragile structure of this meritocracy civilization, which is very fragile, let's be honest. I mean, even the leader of this entire civilization has no idea how the fuck it works.
Alright, well, this is it. Somewhere beyond this bridge is the lost civilization. And I think we both know that the only way I can get there is to just jump. Look, I don't know what's gonna be on the other side, but if anything happens, I trust you with Parkour Civilization. Just make sure you get better at 360s while I'm gone.
We'll both be doing 360s once we make it back together. See you on the other side.
No, wait! But before I could stop him, my friend jumped off the end of the bridge and he just disappeared in thin air. Of course he did that. Alright, well, I guess this is now not a solo mission. I have no way of knowing what lies beyond the bridge. And there's a very real chance that I never see Parkour Civilization ever again.
Go!
But I spent my life fighting to save Parkour
Yeah, I get it. Go!
Civilization. And if there's an evil out there that threatens to destroy the world, then I'm gonna fight again.
Run
At the
it.
very least, I owe it to the old man to try. Okay, time to find out if I can parkour on water. Yep, I knew this was such a bad idea. Okay, I'm still alive for now. Alright, just one jump at a time. I only have to do like 5 more of those, of course.
He's going to give a recap. This is a recap moment for sure.
Yep, I'm not making it back to Parkour Civilization. In all my time in Parkour Civilization, I've never heard of water parkour. But you know what they say, the first time to try is when you're floating over the void in a civilization that
I've
you
done this
never
in
knew
Jump King.
existed. The worst part is that I don't even know if I have a way back to Parkour Civilization. Things were going great as the champion of Parkour Civilization, but if
Am I cool to skip the recaps, chat? There's a lot of recaps. I don't know how this series is normally uploaded. Okay, cool.
of course, the old man edge of the world, my friend, was gone. I don't know what happened to him or if he's even alive still, but all I know is that I'm stuck in a lost civilization doing the scariest parkour I've ever done. Okay, that was way too close. If I ever make it back to Parkour Civilization, I'm adding water jumps to practice. Alright, well, now
Water
what to
jumps are
do?
cool.
I looked around and saw nothing. No sign of life, no sign of my friend. All I could do now was just parkour. So this was supposed to be
I like how this is supposed to be representative of a very foreign world. It looks like every Parkour Civilization world minus the empty houses.
the 5th layer of Parkour Civilization. Everywhere I looked was a 3-block jump, which is the same as it is on the master level. But that's when I saw something in the distance. Structures made out of blocks that I've never seen
Okay, so
before.
it literally
The
just
old
is
man
another
was
Parkour
telling the
Civilization
truth.
world.
There is a civilization out
Yeah.
here. But how did they get this far away from Parkour Civilization? And why are they here? Man, imagine how easy my life would be if someone just made a Parkour Civilization history book. I could have just read about this place, and I wouldn't have had to risk my life coming here. But no one likes to write anything
Aw,
down,
man.
and everyone likes to keep secrets, which makes my life so much harder. Whatever. I guess what I said before really is true. Parkour is used for everything in life. You make jumps to buy a house, you make jumps to get food, but more importantly, you make jumps to know the truth. So now the question is, how many more jumps do I have to make to figure out the truth about this place? From what I
Damn.
saw, it looked like
Damn,
all of the houses on
bars.
this level
That's
were
fucking
abandoned.
bars.
That was until they weren't. On the other side of the house, someone came out of the room. It
Oh,
was
it's a battle.
Parkour pro. People were actually alive in this civilization. But when the person came closer, I realized that this wasn't a pro at all. Oh, let's go. You don't know how happy I am to see someone here. Can you please explain to me where we are and who you are? You have chain boots.
If you seek to know answers, you must beat me in a parkour battle.
See,
Classic.
this is what I'm talking about. People can't just say anything without doing parkour. All right, let's battle.
Reminds me of Pokemon, if I'm being honest. You know, for everyone saying cringe or whatever, this is literally Pokemon. You talk to anyone and they're like, yeah, I'll talk to you. after you beat my Pokemon.
I watched as the person in chain boots built quite a long parkour combo for his first attack. Whoever these people were knew how to fight.
You must build the jumps I have built. The parkour battle will start and end on this block.
The battle will start and end on this block? What is going on? Alright, well, he said to build the jumps that he just built, so I guess I'll start with that. I don't know if I should feel bad for him. I don't know if these people out here know that I'm the parkour champion. But if I gotta destroy someone in a parkour battle for some answers, I got no problem hitting them with the classic FBO 360s.
The story hinges on this new character being able to do 360s or either being unimpressed by 360s because they're much more advanced than that. If for whatever reason the 360 works here, I can firmly say this is mid. If it is the opposite of what I just said, it's peak.
Alright, I built all the jumps you did, so how is this gonna work? Are you gonna attack first, or do you want me to attack first?
Are you ready to battle?
I mean, yeah, I've been standing here. You can go first if you want, I don't care. I watched as the guy in chain boots did a 6-jump parkour combo for his first attack. Alright, seems easy enough. Time for my turn.
You lost, parkour champion. We will return and have our revenge.
He knows who I am. Something was wrong. I pulled out my Totem of Undying, and just as I did, I got hit with an attack that would have killed me. Whatever this parkour battle was something I didn't know how to defend against. I had to get out of here. If that person battles me again, I don't know if I can survive another attack. I don't even know what he hit me with. How did that attack do 10 hearts? And I couldn't even counter with an attack of my own. This is bad. This is so bad. My Totem of Undying is gone. If I lose another parkour battle, or if I miss a single jump, it's over. I have no second chances, which means I'm gonna have to do what I do best and parkour to survive. Within a few seconds, the guy in chain boots was gonna see me, but I had a plan. I couldn't run. I had to fight back. Right when the guy came around the corner, I placed down 2 blocks and attacked him with a 3-block 360. From everything I know about parkour battles, he had no choice but to accept the challenge. But if this guy knows something I don't, then I just made a huge mistake. Luckily, it looked like he was forced to battle me.
You have only bought yourself time, champion. We will return.
I watched as the person attempted the 360.
Okay, all right. It's actually a bigger twist than I thought. So the 360 still works, but it seems like there is a new wrinkle in how battles work in this area. And this land does not function with the same sort of battles that everybody's familiar with. It reminds me of the guerrilla warfare that worked in the early American Revolutionary War.
But they missed it. Okay, I am very thankful that 360s don't exist out here. I might have gotten lucky in this first parkour battle, but now that I know that there's a...
No, Vietnam's a good example as well. I do think this reminds me of a, like, strong Vietnamese group defending with tactics only available in their land. And this outsider, although might think they're high and mighty, needs to learn the way of the lands first.
An entire civilization that wants revenge on the parkour champion? I think it's safe to say that I am nowhere close to being safe. The only thing I know now is that no one should be living in this house anymore, so I should be safe here.
Oh man, am I happy to see you.
And just when I thought I caught a break, I heard a voice. And it was the voice of someone I thought I got rid of a long time ago. I slowly turned around to see someone standing right behind me.
I thought I was gonna be stuck in here alone forever, but now you're here.
Before anything could happen, I set up a 3-block diagonal jump to get ready to attack with.
Whoa, 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 bro, chill. I'm not looking for a fight. I'm just trying to survive like you. You can relax.
Siwat made his way closer to me, and I realized he wasn't wearing gold boots anymore. He was wearing chain boots as well. Hold on, what is going on? How are you here?
Pretty crazy, right? An entire level of Parkour Civilization that we didn't even know existed. It's really cool, but we're kind of stuck here, so I guess that's not so cool.
Okay, yeah, I've gotten that by now. I have eyes of my own, but how did you get here?
Well, I made the bridge, which I'm guessing you found.
Why did you write bro became Muslim? He doesn't look Muslim. He's just wearing like what I would call maybe like an ancient Egyptian fit. It's not.
After you became champion, I knew I had to run. I had nowhere to hide, but the only chance of survival I had was the rumor that there was a lost civilization somewhere beyond the edge. And as it turns out, it was much more
He does look like Yami Yugi, yeah.
than just a rumor. So, since you ruined Parkour Civilization,
You mean saved it from you maniacs?
yeah, whatever. I thought I'd start a new life here, but that's when I realized everyone in this level is crazy and wants to destroy Parkour Civilization along with everyone in it, which includes me. So yeah, I could probably use your help here.
Siwat can't be trusted, and if I decide not to attack him, I might be making a huge mistake. Why would I trust you now, after all that you've done?
Bro, I don't have any more blocks to attack you with. Besides, we need each other if we're gonna survive and make it out alive.
True.
Fine, this is gonna be a huge mistake. Okay, so fill me in. What exactly is this place?
Anti-hero. Look, this is classic, bro. Evil character season 2 becomes the anti-hero, maybe even a heartthrob.
What was the 5th layer of Parkour Civilization?
I don't know. They were some kind of fighters. Here, you should put these on so you don't stand out.
Really? You think I'm gonna fall for that? You want me to take off my champion boots?
What do you think I'm gonna do? Steal them from your inventory? That's not even possible. I'm just trying to help you hide.
Okay, that's a valid point. I'll give it to you. Man, I hate it when the villains make sense. I took off my champion boots and I put on my new pair of chain boots. I don't even know if this is gonna work, but if it helps me avoid at least one more parkour battle against one of these fighters, then I'm all for it. I followed Siwat until we arrived at what he wanted to show me, and we were standing in front of the parkour temple. But this one was different. The entire thing was in ruins. Siwat said this entire level used to exist in Parkour Civilization, but somehow it was erased and removed from history like it never even happened. The worst part is that everyone that was on this level of civilization when it was erased got trapped here with no way back. The question now is, how was an entire level of Parkour Civilization erased, and why? I didn't want to believe it, but the evidence was right in front of me. Inside this parkour temple, there was a statue that indicates that there was a 5th level of civilization. Okay, this is a lot to wrap my head around. So back then, there was a rank between being a pro and being a master. And as far as I can tell, these people know how to fight. Maybe a little too well, to be honest. Siwat started to make the climb to get up to the top of the parkour temple.
This is like the Void Sentry. This is 100% like the Void Sentry. Is Parkour Civilization better than One Piece?
Back when this level was in Parkour Civilization, this is the course you would have to do to actually become a parkour master. The course to make it to the top was starting to fade away, but if you're good enough at parkour, you can still make it. Of course, it was no problem for me being the champion. Okay, that was actually kind of close. All right, let's see what it looks like in here. Whoa, this was not what I was expecting it to look like. Inside the temple was the place where you would rank up if you were on this level of civilization. Siwat started telling me that there's something in this temple that the people living on this civilization want. The problem is that they haven't been able to get it because the door is locked. He said that this course is different from all of the others. He said it wasn't just about making the parkour jumps to get up to the top, but it was about winning the parkour battles. Apparently, the only way to rank up and get that door open is to win 4 parkour battles in a row. But these parkour battles weren't just fought against anybody. They were fought against parkour legends. Each of these 4 battles was fought against a parkour legend who has spent their entire life mastering a specific type of parkour. But
Wait, is this literally just Pokemon? We're at the Elite Four right now.
Siwat said these legends don't just show up. He said that there are 4 discs, and each disc summons a parkour legend. Only by getting all 4, you can make it to the top and open the door. Okay, let me get this straight. So there are 4 discs, each disc summons a parkour legend, and you have to beat all 4 in a row in order to get the door open, and the people on this civilization want something behind the door. So
That's right.
I guess this is the part where you tell me I need to stop them from getting the door open?
Actually,
This is the part where you have to do a cliffhanger because it's the end of the episode.
the opposite. I think they want something that will let them escape. So we need to get the discs first and get out of here before they do.
Okay, so we just gotta find the discs before these people do, and we can get out of here before they destroy the world. I might be the best player in the world at parkour, but that doesn't mean I'm not worried about the journey ahead. I mean, the people in this civilization have been stuck here for years. They've had all of this time to find the discs, but they haven't gotten a single one of them yet. That means I can only assume that getting a disc is impossible for most people. Maybe it's even impossible for me. Bro, how has Siwat not even made it down yet?
Look, buddy, I know you're the mighty champion and whatnot, but you should probably play it a bit safer. If you die here, I don't know what happens. And if you fall into the void, I don't know if you're coming back.
If you don't remember, I don't like you, so can you just focus on yourself and let's get this over with?
Okay, fine.
I
Don't
trust
listen to me.
Siwat.
I need to know something. I came here with my friend, and when I got here, he was gone. Just, can you tell me if you saw him or something?
Nope. If you haven't seen him by now, there's a good chance he's gone, but maybe I'm wrong. Here, you're gonna need this. This compass will guide you to the place where you can find the first disc. Good luck, man.
It was time to go searching for the disc that would summon the first legend of parkour. If my friend is alive out there somewhere, I'll find him. But right now, I have to do this journey alone. Wait, why am I doing this alone? Wait, you were just gonna sit here and watch me risk my life? Why aren't you coming?
You're the champion. I can't parkour like you.
Maybe I don't trust him.
Or if you want to give me blocks so I can fight, but I feel like that's not an option.
You're right, I would never give you blocks in a million years. Alright, well, I guess that is a valid reason to go by myself. Looks like it's up to me to save the world again, but that's kind of my thing. Just one jump at a time. Oh no, I hope this isn't a parkour checkpoint.
Stop right there.
Yep, of course it is. I'm in trouble.
We already have a parkour search team looking for the disc as we speak. We weren't expecting more company.
This is really bad. If I don't find a way past this checkpoint, it might be
lie.
the end of Parkour Civilization.
I'm part of the
Alright, I
team.
got two options. I can talk or I can fight. Let's try the talking thing first. I was transferred here from another parkour search team. Yeah.
Yeah, that's a gimme. That's a gimme. Come on. We all knew that was coming.
Apparently the job was taking too long.
Yeah, that figures. Just build the password and I'll let you through.
Oh, great. The password is parkour. That means there are literally an infinite number of possibilities that the password could be, and there's no way I'm guessing this. So, no more of the talking thing. It's time to parkour battle. I set up a 3-jump parkour combo for my attack. This was it. There is no going back now. Once I start this battle, the guy will know I'm the parkour champion, and everyone will be after me. But I have no choice. I attacked with a 3-block vertical to a 4-block to a 4-block diagonal jump. Let's go. I challenge you to a—
Alright, password accepted. You're good. Good luck finding any information about the disc. We need it.
Password accepted? Wait, this was the password?
We can never be too careful. I heard the parkour champion's out there somewhere.
That's mad lucky. No, that's coincidental as hell. Sometimes coincidences happen, but that one's kind of crazy. He's lucky he didn't go for his 360 this time.
Can't believe he actually thought it would be a good idea to come here.
Yeah, why
Pure
would he
skill,
do that?
Ebbo's in
Don't
chat.
worry, we'll find this parkour champion. I heard he's not even that good at parkour. Oh, okay, good to see my disguise is still working. Once
he's
I made
literally
it past the
friggin'
parkour
so
checkpoint,
friggin' cringe and hung
everything
like a
changed.
horse.
All of the grass block jumps had turned into ice and snow. Any normal person would turn around, but I have to keep going. After realizing that I was stranded in the 5th layer of Parkour Civilization, I was
We're back.
supposed to be finding the disc that would summon the ice legend of parkour. And if I didn't know any better, I would say I'm in the right area. Now, I just need to find this disc before anyone gets it. The problem is that I don't even know where to start. I tried looking for clues inside one of these houses, but all of the doors were locked. The fighters on this level have supposedly been looking for this disc for a long time.
Where are his champion shoes? I'm sorry. It's like, I'm embarrassed for you. Obviously, they're looking for the champion, and if you're wearing the champion shoes, it's like, oh, right here, you know, like you wouldn't. That'd be so stupid. So he's wearing chainmail boots from the 5th Lost Parkour Civilization, the one in between the pro and the master. The one that literally got skipped and somehow has lost the time and is no longer connected because the doors are closed. Like, what are we fucking doing here? Yeah, it's in his inventory. I know that. He's just not wearing them right now. I'm embarrassed that you guys don't fucking keep up.
Can only mean two things. They can't find it or they can't get to it. In the distance, I saw a structure that looked like it was a parkour course. When I got closer, I saw that the course was made completely out of ice blocks. And at the very top, there was a dispenser. An entire course made out of ice sounds like where the ice legend disc would be. This has to be it, right? Maybe the problem wasn't finding the disc, but getting to it. Maybe the jumps were too hard for people, or people are just too afraid to try. Whatever the reason is, I gotta make this course before someone else does and get the disc. The people here might be too afraid to try these jumps, but I'm not, because if the fate of the world depends on it, then I won't hesitate to risk my life. I didn't have too much experience with ice parkour, but I was still staying on the blocks, which is all that mattered. Only 2 jumps left. Come on, I can do this. I went for the last 2 jumps, and I made it to the top. Let's go, I did it.
No,
so
it's
does
huge.
that make me an ice parkour legend now? I mean, I don't see anyone else doing the course. All right, let's just hope that no one got to the disc before I did. If it's still here, then I only have 3 more to go. Let's do this. I hit the button and an item came out. Let's go. It was still here. I got the disc to summon the... Wait, what? A house key? Bro, are you serious? I did all of that just to buy a house? Okay, well, now I'm back to square one. I have no clue where to find the disc, and I bought a house that I don't need. Now that I think about it, I might be the first one in history to have bought a house on every layer of Parkour Civilization. Was it worth risking the entire fate of the world and my life? Probably not,
No.
but is it cool?
Yeah.
Yes. Okay, now I have a real reason to make it out of here.
Why'd he drop the compass? Because the compass is just leading him here, and he's here now, so he doesn't need the compass, right? That's like contraband. You know what I mean? It's like if you had like a fake ID to get booze. After getting the booze, it's not an entirely dumb thing to throw away the fake ID. Kind of not the best analogy, but you get me.
I need someone to know this story. All right, I gotta get back on track.
A burner phone. Burner
disc.
phone's a better.
Whoever lived in these
burner
houses
phone's a
before
better
were doing some
analogy.
pretty serious parkour. One of the jumps to get to the beds was a 5-block ice jump. Is that even possible? I opened the chest expecting to find nothing, but to my surprise, there was a book. When I opened it up, I realized it was written in parkour. Luckily for me, I've been learning how to.
This is dumb as fuck. That is so stupid. It was written in parkour. Holy fuck. He doesn't even bat an eye. My God. He says, luckily. Luckily. Literally chills. This is cinema. This is cinema, bro. God damn it. I can't wait for this shit to blow out that trash Dune 2 at the Oscars.
When I opened it up, I realized it was written in parkour. Luckily for me, I've been learning how to read the parkour language, so I could translate a little bit of it. The book said that people would live in these houses to train for the Ice Legends course. The book said that people would often spend years here just training so they could be good enough to complete the impossible ice course. Well, that's reassuring. I definitely do not have years to train on these jumps, but the book did mention an Ice Legends course, and if the disc was going to be anywhere, it was probably going to be there. The only...
So you can write in parkour. That's crazy, bro. You think there's like parkour porn magazines? Like, how deep does it go?
problem now is finding this course. I mean, it's probably not going to be a big building standing in the middle of the open. Oh, okay. Well, I think I found it. I don't know what the Ice Legends
There's probably
parkour course
NSFW
was, but if I
parkour.
had to guess, this had to be it. Even from afar, this looked like the hardest parkour course I've ever seen. And
Parkour.
I have to be the one to do it because the world will end if I don't. Bro, I don't even get paid for being the parkour champion. This is so not worth it. If this entire course is to just buy another house, I think I might just get it over with and jump off. But I quickly realized that I was at the right place because at that moment, I saw someone completing the course. Someone
your
was after
friend.
the disc, and right now, they were on track to get it before me.
It was your
that
friend.
means not only do I have to survive every jump, but I have to do it fast if I want to catch up. The problem is that this course wasn't the course to go fast on. These were ice jumps, and that means even the slightest miscalculation could send you sliding right off the edge. And that's not something I'm interested in doing. I was only at the beginning, and yet each jump seemed like it was getting harder and harder. This next jump was a head hitter, meaning if I mistimed my jump, no! Well, let's just make sure I don't do that, please. Oh, okay. These jumps that I was making were harder
What
than anything
a
that even exists in
debate.
Parkour Civilization. If I somehow make it back alive, I am definitely making the practice courses harder at home. As much as I wish I had more practice on ice jumps, I always say that the best time to try new parkour is when you're in a life or death situation.
So
now that
true.
I think about it, that saying doesn't really make any sense, but who am I kidding? I'm just stalling because I have to do a 5-block vertical jump, and there's definitely a 50-50 chance I don't make it, but the fear of death never stopped me from trying. I cleared the 5-block vertical jump,
Kinda
and I was
badass.
still on the course. When I looked ahead, I saw that I had almost caught up to the parkour fighter that was doing the course with me.
How does
At
he
the
not
rate I'm
recognize
going,
his
I'll
friend?
pass him and make it to the disc first. But I also have to hope that he doesn't recognize that I'm not one of them.
Wait, what? Who are you? Why are you here? I'm supposed to be the only one gathering information about the Ice Legend disc.
It's not his friend. I thought it was. That's my bad. That's just a different guy completely. It's not racism. I'm not racist for not recognizing it's a Minecraft skin. He's not a different race of people. He's just a different class. Maybe I'm classist. Okay? Couldn't tell the difference between like a parkour master and a parkour chainmail boot guy. Not racist though. Yeah, I'll fucking come clean. I was a bit classist in that moment. In that moment, I was a bit classist. Yeah, classes. Oh, we're gonna pretend there's not a caste system in Parkour Civilization. You spawn as a noob, and through the meritocracy, you can work your way through the ranks to pro and eventually champion if you're good enough. There's classes.
Yeah, boss sent me here. He said you were taking too long, and he wanted things to speed up, so he sent me. Bro, why did I say boss?
Oh, if boss sent you, very well. I haven't been able to get past the 5-block jump, but if you think you can do it, go right ahead.
Oh,
Wait, that's not true. You went through the 5-block jump. You're in front of it right now. It's the 5-block vertical jump.
yeah, of course. You know boss's orders, right? Bro, how did that even work? Okay, let's just get out of here. Somehow, I escaped the interaction without a parkour battle, which is great, because if I had to fight here, that would be really bad. But now I know that they have a boss, or a leader. Someone is leading these fighters to go find all of the discs. And I can only assume that whoever this leader is wants revenge on Parkour Civilization. Well, not even assume. One guy literally said word for word he wants revenge on Parkour Civilization, so I guess that's a pretty clear indicator. Alright, I really need to stop monologuing right before I'm about to go for a death-defying jump. Please make it, please make it! Oh! That should not have been
That's actually a crazy
With
jump.
every jump, I felt like I was barely staying on the edge. But I wouldn't expect anything less from a course that was made by a parkour legend. Every jump was designed to be nearly impossible, including this 5-block jump, which I'm about to complete. I can make it. No! Just when I thought my journey was over, there was a block under me to catch my fall. Oh, that could not have been any closer.
How could you have gotten a water bucket?
And I just blew my cover.
Fuck. Melting the ice. That's what I would say.
I forgot these guys don't have water buckets. I had no choice but to engage in a parkour battle. I needed the chance to attack first, and my attack was going to be something that would end the battle immediately. There you have it. Walk back. Backwards jump, buddy. And just so you know, I've never lost a parkour battle. Obviously, that's not true, but the intimidation worked.
The void is more honorable than losing a battle to the champion.
And just like that, the parkour battle was over. Bro, what do these people have against me? How is...
Nah, the old champion did some shit. The old champion did some shit to these people. They're like the Fremen, bro. Oh my God. They talk about the champion as if they're Baron Harkonnen. My God, they hate him. He killed himself.
Was dying in the void more honorable than battling me? Despite dealing with a little emotional pain, I got rid of the parkour fighter unharmed. Now, there was no one standing in my way to get the disc. All I had to do was make it past this 5-block jump. The fighters that have been trapped here for years haven't been able to make it, but if there was someone to do it, it was gonna be me. If I was the first one to make the 5-block jump, that means there's a good chance that the disc is still here. And I only have a few more jumps before I can get to the top and retrieve it. I've come too far in this journey to fall now. Getting this disc means saving the world, and maybe even saving my friend. So
Someone said, why not place a wood block? Horrible question. Why not simply kill your boss to take his position at the company? Society is built upon parkour. To cheat is to stop participating in society. We have examples of people who don't participate in society. Do you know what we do to those people? Put them in jail. Okay? That's where they fucking belong. So I think if you were to place a block, you should have life in prison. That's what I think.
I have no choice but to succeed. I made the last ladder jump, and there I was, standing down at the hardest parkour course I've ever completed. Now, it's time to find out if this journey was truly worth the risk. Just one more easy jump, nothing crazy. Oh, okay, no surprise there. I never fall on the easy jumps. It's time to find out if the disc is still here, or if it even exists at all. I walked up and stood on the pedestal, and an item appeared in my hand. This time, it wasn't a house key. It was the disc to summon the ice legend of parkour. See,
dude, this is like a Zelda game now. That was so much effort for one fucking disc. Holy shit, this is gonna be a slog. For one disc?
What was telling the truth? He could have led me into a trap, but he didn't. The discs are real, and now I have one of the 4. All I have to do is get the other 3, and that's my ticket home. Hopefully my friend's still out there so I can bring him home too. And maybe Siwat. I don't really want to bring him home.
Hey, hold up. Where are you going? Why are you not gathering information about the disc? You said you were transferred here to help.
Yeah, I was, but it looked like the other guy had it all under control. I mean, he was really good at parkour. He said he didn't need me anymore.
Yeah, that sounds like him, alright. We've been best friends since we were kids. I don't know what I'd do without him. Alright, you're good to go.
Thanks, man. Wish you and your friend the best. Oh, that's so awkward. I think I might have just created a new supervillain. Alright, I'm sure there's a part of you that wanted me to fail, but I made it back and I got the disc.
No way you actually got the disc.
Yep, 1 down and 3 more to go.
We can actually do this. Or you...
He's kind of taking the fact that he made a guy kill himself a little too lightly. He made a guy kill himself. You know?
You can do this. You got it, man.
The journey was far from over. Siwat gave me the compass that would lead me to the second parkour legend. Now that I have the disc,
I'm already calling it. Siwat's going to betray him. He's literally letting him get all 4 of the pieces. Then he's going to try to steal it from him last second or something. He's going to betray him. We all know it's coming. It's a matter of when, not if.
for the ice legend, I was now searching for the legend of glass parkour. Oh, as if the journey wasn't as difficult as it was already. This legend just had to be glass. I have a feeling that there's a very slim chance I make it back alive.
Just 3 more to go. Just 3 more.
Getting past
That
the
was
parkour
foreshadowing.
checkpoint is
Foreshadowing. I'm ordering a sandwich. I'm sorry. Give me a moment. I'm going to order a prosciutto and chicken sandwich. Or a Peruvian steak sandwich. Yes, babe. With avocado. Do I live in LA? With some spiced couscous on the side? Please. Add a Diet Coke? I'd rather add death. Done.
It's no easy task. I can't use parkour as a bribe here, and I'm definitely not guessing the parkour password this time. That means the only way through is to fight. Saving the world is exhausting. Alright, let's get this over with. No point in introducing myself since this should be over soon. You know, I probably shouldn't be this confident since these people seem to know way more about parkour battles than I do, but I'm still the parkour champion, so being confident is a part of the job. I started the battle with a 3-block vertical sideways ladder jump, but the parkour fighter didn't even look surprised, even though I just challenged him to a parkour battle.
Alright, champion. Let's see if you're as good as they say.
I watched as the fighter attempted the jump, but failed. Oh, this is gonna be quicker than I thought. Okay, that attack should have done at least 5 hearts, so 1 more attack and I can get back to saving the world. Might as well just put this guy out of his misery and hit him with the signature F-Bow 360. Under pressure, I made a 3-block flower pot 360. Against most people, that would have ended the battle, but I soon realized that this wasn't a normal parkour battle. Oh, great. I should have just tried guessing the password.
This attack will give you poison.
His attack only works if his jump is harder than mine, but I don't think a 3-block brewing stand jump is harder than my 360. I think I'm about to win this, but when the fighter went for the jump, he added a 180.
I bet you thought this would be easy.
Adding a 180 to his jump must have made his attack harder because he would have taken damage by now. This is not good. If I don't build a harder attack right now, I'm gonna get poisoned, and that could be the end of me. That's why this is a perfect time to set up a jump that I've never attempted before. It's simple. If I make this jump, I win the battle. And the jump I was going for was a 3-block ladder 360. This had to work. I went for the 360. Please make it. But I failed. The attack hit me, and now I was being poisoned. I actually thought I was gonna win this battle, but now the odds are stacked against me.
Why, dude? You have so many in your bag that you know work.
By the time the poison wore off, I had half a heart left, and the fighter was already planning out his next attack. From here on out, if I make a single mistake...
Seriously, sometimes Evo pisses me the fuck off, bro. It's like watching Goku in Dragon Ball Z. Remember when he gave Cell the Sensu Bean to bring him back to full health, only to get their fucking asses beat? It's like that, bro. Like, sometimes you gotta take the fucking W, bro.
My journey is over. But that's why I'm the one trying to save the world. If it was easy, everyone would be doing it. The fighter was setting up a parkour combo with ice blocks. Okay, this is good. I just mastered ice block jump. Wait, what? Before the fighter even attempted his attack, he just slipped off. Okay, that was not how I thought it was gonna.
They did him so wrong. That was so disrespectful to the grunt, because he would have been a legend if he had just finished him off half a heart. But rather than giving him a ceremonious death, they just make him fucking oopsies like a Buster Keaton character and fall to his untimely demise.
Gonna end? Doesn't matter. It looks like it's another win for me. Let's go. Even though I barely survived the parkour battle, I was stepping into more dangerous territory. This was where I was gonna find the disc to summon the glass legend of parkour.
Why don't you just put on your champion shoes right now and get your health back to full?
There are 4 discs I need to find in order very that it makes a difference, but before I go any further, let's get my health back. The entire time I've been here, I've been using my champion boots to gain my hunger back. That's one part I didn't get. As the parkour champion, I don't really need food anymore.
I'm so fucking smart. I could write Parkour Civilization Part 3. I could literally do it. It would take me a night at most.
But everyone else does, so how are they getting food? Alright, I'm just gonna focus on getting the disc and get out of here as fast as I can.
Don't say pre-watched. You guys give me so much credit. You think I sat here, no offense, for 2 hours, no offense. Watched the entirety of this for 2 hours offline, no offense. And then watch it again online with pauses, spending 5 hours of my life watching this, no offense. Really? Come to God.
This journey was different than the last one. Last time, I made it through the checkpoint without blowing my cover, but this time, well, the guard's in the void. If some of the other fighters realize that the guard is gone, they're gonna come after me. So, I'm just gonna beat this course, get the disc, and get out of here before any of the fighters can catch me. Easier said than done, obviously, because this wasn't just any ordinary parkour course. This course was designed for someone who is a master at glass parkour. Now, I'm all for having self-confidence and whatnot, but the reality is that I have never done jumps like these. This course was about to be all unexplored territory for me, and I only have one chance to make all of these jumps. But the clock is ticking, and I need to get these discs before any of the fighters do. You know, I would have been a lot more—
Somebody wrote, "What do you think, genius?" Okay, first off, asshole. I see that it's thinner places to land. It just doesn't seem dissimilar from other similar types of jumps, okay?
Comfortable if the glass parkour course were glass blocks and not panes, but when do I ever get my way with anything? I will say that one thing keeping me going is that if I do make it back alive, I mean, I would have to be the greatest of all time at parkour, right? While that thought sounds amazing, I just remembered that I've only gotten 1 disc so far. So if I manage to survive this course, which by looking at it doesn't seem likely to be honest, I still have 2 more massive parkour courses to go through before I can make it back. Alright, let's break this down real quick. So, if I miss a single jump, I die. If I have another battle with a parkour fighter, which is probably gonna happen, I die. And if Siwat has been plotting against me the entire time, well, I probably die. Well, alright, I think my chances are looking great. I take that back. Bro, what even are those parkour jumps? Alright, let's just get this over with.
This season so far is kind of like Majora's Mask. It's like you're just going to 4 different dungeons to be able to do like the final clock tower, basically.
About precision. Each glass jump is only 1/8 of the size of a regular block, meaning each jump has to be the perfect distance. That also means I get no momentum for this 3-block vertical jump. Please, parkour god. Oh, okay. And the next jump is just as hard.
I'm not going to say it again. If you're in my chat, you need to write in English. I see a lot of people trying to write in parkour. If it's not able to be read by the majority of other chatters, you cannot write it in my chat. I'm sorry, it is in English chat.
The 4-block jump onto a single pane was terrifying, but I went for it and I barely stayed on the edge. Bro, to think I could have been at home, just chilling, getting a parkour delivery to my house.
I am not
racist. Let's see, if this jump is possible, I only have to do a 2-block.
We're in America. You don't speak parkour.
Jump. This has to be a shortcut, right? No way I'm not taking this. Let's go. I get to skip some. No! No, that's a trick for sure. That jump's not possible. All right, no shortcuts for me today. I guess I got to take the hard way. I slowly made my way through the course, making sure to take my time with every single jump. As of now, I didn't see any other parkour fighters doing the course, so I didn't need to worry about completing.
I have no problem with people who speak parkour, by the way. Just not in my backyard.
Eating this course fast. I just needed to stay alive. But what if there's no fighters here because someone already completed the course and got the disc? Alright, let's just hope that's not the case. Oh my. Bro, are you serious? Not one of these staircases? Thankfully, I made it to the top of the horribly designed staircase. But then, I saw something on the ground. Looked like a piece of paper. I picked it up and it said something on it. It said, "Don't finish the course?" I had no clue what to make of this. I was so close to the end. I was almost at the second disc. So either someone is warning me about something, or this was an attempt to try to make me not get the disc. Well, this just got a lot more complicated. I decided that the second option was more likely. The fighters know that I'm looking for the discs, so maybe they had someone put this note here to try to get me to stop looking for them.
What a stupid strategy. It's definitely the first. There's no way this is someone trying to stop you. And they're like, guys, I have a good idea. I'm going to put a note on the ground that's going to be like, please don't. And then he'll stop. Like, what?
But if that isn't their plan and someone is warning me, then I could be jumping into an ambush. At this point, though, I don't even think it matters. As of now, the only way I know of
This
getting back to
parkour's crazy,
Parkour
by the way.
Civilization is getting all 4 discs. So even if getting this disc is going to lead me into a trap, I have to still try to get it. Only a few more jumps and I would be at the end. Do I go for a shortcut now? Why not? Let's do it. I swear, all of this better be some crazy test to become the parkour god or something, because there's no way I'm doing this for free. All right, one more jump and the
Bend it like
disc is
Beckham.
mine. Let's do this. I went for the last final jump and I made it. I had completed the Glass Legends parkour course. Let's go. Let's get.
I'm dating this girl, but I'm cheating on her. Promo band. We respect women in this chat. I can't make you a better person. But at least I won't let you make us a worse person.
Get this disc, or let's fall into a trap. I hope it's the disc. When I stepped onto the pedestal, the dispenser gave me the exact item I wanted to see. The disc to summon the Glass Legend of Parkour was now in my possession. All right, 2 down, 2 to go. And now I just gotta worry about getting off of this course. Oh, this is the worst. I was making my way back to meet Siwat to get the compass for the 3rd disc, but that's when I saw something. It was a massive building that I've never seen before. Obviously, I want to get the discs and get out of here as fast as I can, but my friend is still missing. Maybe there's a chance he's alive and he made it into this building and he's hiding here. Even if he's not here, I can afford a little detour to find out.
I'm faithful to my girl. Can I get an amen? Amen. Amen. Luddy boy acting like a nice wrists. You got timed out. You got timed out for your $10 fucking donation. Get fucked, McSqueezy. Think of the $10 though. Get fucking rocked.
Building I walked into looked like it was some old library, although most of the bookshelves looked like they were empty. Jeez, this staircase is even worse than the glass one. I didn't even think that was possible. I didn't know what I was looking for, but at the very least, I was hoping I could find a book that would at least give me a little information. I looked around until I finally saw a bookshelf with a book left in it. Okay,
someone keeps spamming, is Moist Moves going to sponsor Parkour Civilization 3? Okay, first off, it's the Moist Moguls. Second off, what do you think that would look like? And then I went to this next stage that nobody knew existed. It's called Parkour Hell. And apparently this is where everyone goes when they die. And the only way to get water is thanks to our sponsor, the Moist Moguls. They have a water station, but you have to do a jump to get like, what are we doing?
Okay, let me try not to fall off the edge while grabbing this. The
It would
book
not
was
be
written
insane.
in parkour, but I could still understand a little bit of it. It looked like it was talking about the champion boots, something about hunger and powers. Well, that's not really new information for me. I've been using these boots to feed myself the entire time. Okay, let's see what else I can find in this library. I looked around and still there was no sight of my friend. I knew the chances were slim, but some part of me still believed that he would be here. But that's when I went up to the next floor and I saw someone. Oh no, I do not want to battle. Please just don't turn around. And she turned around.
It's you! You're back! Oh, I always knew you would change your mind.
Right, I'm back.
I never blamed you for what you did. I know it was a tough decision.
Okay, this woman does not know who I am, but I have no clue what she's talking about. I just gotta go with it, I guess.
I assume you're here to get your friend, correct?
My friend? You know where my friend is?
Oh, yes. I got the book around here somewhere. Forgive me. It's been a while since I've had to do parkour. I should be able to reach it.
Oh, not to worry. I'll get it. It's easy.
She's gonna die.
Parkour. It's
Oh, thank
just
God.
that book right there, right? Yeah, don't worry. I'll do. No! Oh, no, that's not good. Well, at least she went out quickly. All right, let's go get this book. I grabbed the book off the shelf and I started reading. The book said something about a prison where it's impossible to parkour. If the fighters captured my friend, that's probably where they took him. This is good news. This is great news, actually. This is the only evidence I have that my friend might be alive. And maybe
The one woman in Parkour Civilization instantly gets killed off. That's so badass. Just kill her off without a fucking bat of an eye.
Maybe Siwat knows where this prison
My
is.
God.
I made my way back to Siwat to get
What
the third
the
compass
hell?
from him. All right, I'm back, whether you like it or not. Hello, Siwat, what are you doing in the corner? Are you napping?
He's got that Family Guy pose.
Bro, I'm tired. You take so long to get these things.
I take so long to get these things? Bro, I hate you so much. I got the second disc, but it's getting a little trickier to get past the checkpoints, but I still got it. I'm ready to go get the third one. Siwat threw me the third compass that would lead me to the Legend of Crystal parkour. There's one more thing. I think my friend might still be alive in some prison. Do you know anything about it?
If that's true, then there's a chance we can save him. But we gotta get the third and fourth disc first.
Okay, you're right. We'll get the discs before the fighters do, we'll save my friend, and we'll get out of here. As the journey goes on, the jumps get harder and the stakes get higher. I've saved the world by myself before, but this time, I don't know if I can do it alone. But if I can find my friend before it's too late, then I think we have a chance. Fuck! If I make this parkour course, I'm one step closer to saving the world. Even though this is parkour I've never done before,
food's
the
here in
good
8
news
minutes.
is I can take my time because there's no one else doing the— Oh no, I take that back. There is someone doing the course. This is not good. If that person makes the parkour
How do you get through the
course before
checkpoint?
I do, they'll have their hands on one of the 4 discs I need to save the world, which means I cannot take this parkour course slowly. Every single one of these parkour jumps were made up of crystals, and in all my time in Parkour Civilization, I've never seen jumps like these. But I had to go fast. I had to make the— No! I was the guy who saved Parkour Civilization, and I actually believed I could be the one to do it again. I had made 2 of the hardest courses. It was parkour, and that almost cost me my life. So I kind of figured that this checkpoint would go the same way. I jumped onto the platform ready to parkour battle, but the strange thing is that there was no one here. There was no one guarding the checkpoint, which means I was either lucky or I was leading myself into a trap. Given everything that has happened, it's probably a trap. But the good news is that it was now just me and the hundreds of crystal parkour jumps. Even though I avoided a parkour battle, I was clearly not out of danger. I needed to make my way over to the Parkour Legends course, but that meant I had to figure out what exactly these parkour jumps were. Crystal jumps didn't exist in Parkour Civilization. I was going into this with 0 experience. I tried my best to stay on the crystals that were entire blocks, but at some point, I had no choice but to jump onto the smaller crystals.
That is a good point. For everyone who says the way Evbo speaks is cringe, this is literally every anime shonen character's monologue. Whether you're talking about Deku or Naruto or Luffy or that one dude from Demon Slayer who doesn't shut the fuck up, they all talk like this. Not only do they talk like this, they also narrate what they are thinking, and in their head they talk like this. You know the key difference? You understand what he's saying. Naruto just says that shit in Japanese. That's real. I guess, sorry, you know what? I would like to amend. Luffy doesn't do that. But Naruto, Tanjiro, and Deku all do that shit.
These crystals were barely big enough to stand on, and if I made the slightest mistake, that could very well mean my journey comes to an end.
Wait for him to show up. He will show eventually.
What was that? Hello? Is anyone there? Oh, great. I think being stuck in this parkour world for so long is making me hallucinate. Well, this is nice. I have to worry about not dying from parkour, and I have to worry about not going crazy. I kept making jumps until I arrived at the place I needed to be. The Crystal Legends parkour course is where I could find the third disc. If I make it, I'll only need 1 more disc to go home. But I had to go fast. I had to make the— No! And with 1 jump, my entire journey was over. I watched as the world of parkour got further and further away. There was nothing to save me now. The damage from the void already started, and within seconds, I would be gone forever. I couldn't do it. I thought I could be the one to save Parkour Civilization again, but I failed. In my last moments of life, everything seemed like it was in slow motion. I think I must have been going crazy because it looked like I was floating upwards. But that's when I realized I might not be crazy after all. I wasn't dead yet, and I was slowly rising back up to the world of parkour. What is going on? How is this possible? It was like I was watching my life in reverse. I was floating right back up next to the jump that I just failed. I was at a loss for words, but I might have had a second chance after all. I positioned myself over one of the jumps, and I dropped out of the air. I wasn't dead yet. I was back on the parkour course. In all my life, I've never heard of something like this happen.
Dude, this is so hype. If only because this is the first time the music has changed. In like 5 hours of watching this, first time it's been different music.
If I had to guess, I would say the parkour god saved me once again. When I turned around, I saw someone for a split second running away. My entire dodging death feat that I just pulled completely made me forget that I was still in danger. One of the fighters was ahead of me on this course. When I saw them, they were almost at the end, which means that person might have gotten the disc already. But there's no way to know for sure. That could have been someone else, which means I have to complete the course to see if the disc is still there. Besides, the parkour god probably pulled some strings to get me back on this course, so I owe it to him to try. In Parkour Civilization, the more jumps you make, the more answers you find. But I don't know if I will ever be able to do enough jumps to find the answer to how I'm alive. All I can do now is keep making the jumps and keep moving forward.
Now replace jumps with sunset scene. And that's some pretty fucking real shit right there.
I have to believe that whatever or whoever saved me from the void wants me to save Parkour Civilization. So I'm gonna try to not test my luck again and make all of these jumps. As of now, I saw no sign of the player that was here before me, and maybe this could be the reason why. Oh boy, I'm definitely gonna need another airlift out of the void. Now was no time to rush. I had to pay attention to exactly how large each crystal was. This jump was barely wide enough to fit through, but it was possible. I jumped into the tunnel, managing to stay on the very edge of the bottom crystal. Even the smallest miscalculation, like hitting my arm on the wall, would send me falling into the void. But luckily, I made it through the tunnel of narrow jumps, and I still had a fighting chance. After making it out, I could see the rest of the course, and I saw no sign of the fighter that was here before me. So that means it is...
Ludwig, can you respond to the racism allegations? Thank you, Queso, but based for the question, I reject them.
It's very likely that the person I saw has gotten the disc already. Unfortunately, I have to do a 3.5 vertical block jump to figure that out. I got momentum and I went for one of the longest vertical jumps I've ever done. Even being the parkour champion, I didn't even know that was possible. But that's kind of been a similarity across all of these parkour courses. Almost all of these jumps that are on the courses don't even exist in Parkour Civilization and are near impossible. I hadn't thought about it, but maybe that's a reason why this entire civilization was removed. Actually, that doesn't really make any sense. Alright, let's just make it out alive and maybe someone will tell me the actual truth. But that's when I went for a jump and I heard something again.
Trust me, I can get the disc. Just let me try.
It was another voice, like the one I heard before. I don't know where it's coming from. I thought it was crazy before, but now that it's happening again, I'm starting to really get worried. Man, my problems keep stacking. I need the disc to still be here, I have to not die in parkour, and now I have voices in my head. Great. Well, I'm gonna need a serious parkour vacation when I get back. Less than 10 jumps away stood between me and the end of the course. I just have to...
Tell me why I got a DM from the dude who runs Shopify Rebellion that said, hey, this is awkward. I don't know how to bring it up, but I've been getting emails that you're parkourist. Tell me why I'm getting fucking DMs. I'm not parkourist. Okay? But factually, man, and I don't mean to fucking mince my words here. Factually, this is a classist society. There's a caste system. All right? That's true. Okay? But I just think we shouldn't be typing parkour in chat. Is that really too much to say? Can I not say that? Do I have to get on my right-wing grift? I saw someone say it in chat, all right? I'm exposing myself. I vote how I bleed, and it's coming out all at once.
To keep doing my thing and keep making every one of these jumps. No. Okay, let's not do that again. Only few can say they can do a 3-block vertical jump from no momentum. Fortunately, I'm one of those few, and that was the last difficult jump I needed to make to complete the course. Now it was time for the big reveal and find out if I did all of that for nothing. If someone else has this disc, I don't know how I'm gonna get it back, but at least I have the other two, so worst case scenario, no one gets out of here. I stepped up onto the pedestal expecting the worst, but to my surprise, in my hand was the 3rd disc. Whoever was on this course before me obviously didn't get it. And now I'm holding 3 of the 4 discs needed to get out of here. Only 1 more disc remains before I can return to Parkour Civilization. That is, if I can survive 1 more of these courses. I started heading back to Siwat to get the compass for the 4th disc, but then it happened again.
Find me at the houses.
It was another voice in my head. Unless it wasn't a voice in my head to begin with. Someone was trying to talk to me, and they were saying they were at the houses? I didn't know what any of the voices meant, but that...
Fire Halloween costume. One of you dresses up as a parkour champion. The other one dresses up as a 1-block vertical beef jump and a chicken jump. And then when you lie down, it looks like a beef and then a chicken.
That's when I saw somebody. Standing near one of the houses was someone that I recognized. It was the person I just caught a glimpse of right before I was saved from the void. Whoever this was must have been the person that sent me the message to find them at the houses. But the person still had chain boots on. This was a parkour fighter, meaning there's a good chance that this interaction leads to a parkour battle. But something about this felt different. I don't know why they would be calling me here, but I have to find out. And even if this does end in a battle, that's a risk I'm willing to take. I walked in to see the fighter standing on the other edge of the house. All right, buddy, if you want to fight, let's get it over with.
If that's how you want to repay me for saving your life, fine.
For saving my life? What are you talking about? I've never even seen you before.
I was watching you do the course. I knew you would fail eventually, so I waited until you fell. When you did, I was there to attack you with a brewing stand jump, and the effect was levitation.
You attacked me with parkour right as I fell. I didn't even know that was possible. This doesn't make any sense. Why would you save my life?
That's so beast.
You don't even know who I am.
I know you're the parkour champion, and the reason I know that is because you've been the pawn of our game ever since you arrived. You've been collecting the discs for us.
No, that's impossible. I fought parkour fighters in battles. I almost died. Why would they try to kill me if they wanted me to get the discs?
Siwat said it would have to be believable.
Oh, so now Siwat's behind this mastermind plan?
Of course he is, and if you don't believe me, jump onto the center block.
I jumped into the middle of the house and it happened again.
If he fights you, you have to lose. This is the only way we win.
It was Siwat's voice.
That's why the guy killed himself like a cartoon character. It's cinema, man. Whoa.
I don't know how you're doing it, but you're making this up.
I'm not. If you parkour across crystals while talking, messages will be trapped inside for years. You're only hearing his voice because he was here setting the trap for you.
I didn't know what to believe. If this was all true, then I've been getting the discs for the enemy the entire time. At this point, I don't even know if anything Siwat has told me is true. If you're in on the plan, then why are you telling me this? What do you want?
Let's just say I don't really like how the plan ends. So I'm hoping that by telling you this, you find a way to win. And in repayment, you can take me back to Parkour Civilization.
How can I be sure you're telling the truth? What if Siwat isn't behind this?
Good
You
question.
think it's a coincidence he has those compasses? Why don't you ask him where he got them?
If all of this was true and Siwat was working with the fighters, then I have no one to blame but myself. But as far as I'm concerned, I have the 3 discs. I don't know how in the world they plan on getting these off of me, but if I can get the 4th one, then I can get out of here.
Someone show this shit to Martin Scorsese. I know he gets mad about the Avengers movies and what have you. Someone show him this. Sit him down for 4 hours. Give him a lunch break. Give him a little pee break in between. Get him cozy. He would not hang himself, Tim. Don't say that. He would not fucking hang himself. Get him a lunch leave. Get him a lunch leave and some Prime. Sit him down. Have him watch all 4 hours. And I'm curious what he'd say out the other end.
At least now that I know I might be in a trap, I can focus on getting myself out of it. But I still don't know if that fighter was telling me the truth or not. All right, disc number 3 acquired. Wasn't an easy one, that's for sure.
Still better than Megalopolis. Sorry.
But I still got it.
This is insane. To be honest, I didn't think you would be able to do it. But clearly I'm wrong. Only one more to go and we can get out of here. Here, the compass to the last parkour legend. This one is supposed to be the most terrifying course, so good luck.
Well, if there's anyone that can get it done, it's me. Hey, this is just a quick question, but where did you get all of the compasses?
The compasses? Oh yeah, I was just searching through all the chests and I happened to find all of them. Lucky find, I guess.
Yeah, that is real lucky. Oh, that was really convincing. Yep, I am definitely in a trap.
He knows, right? Yeah, he must have figured it out. It doesn't matter. The plan is in motion, and at this point, there is nothing he can do to stop what's coming. I must say, this plan didn't go exactly how I thought it would, but I have everything I need to get my revenge.
Just one.
And on that note, we are going to take a quick commercial break. If you guys want to go to the bathroom, get some snacks, we have another hour to go through. We're going to go through it, but, you know, it's time to loosen up, all right? Relax, chill for a second. I got to get my food, snacky time, all that good stuff, okay? All that good stuff. I'm going to throw on the TV for anyone who doesn't need a break. It's just like 4 minutes. But I'm gonna throw on. Oh, there's a big ultimate tournament or rivals tournament. Excuse me. All right.
He rolled out for no reason. Another fuck up. What a horrible fucking matchup, bro. That is legit. That legit feels one of the worst matchups I have ever played in a tournament. What do you mean he lives F smash at 140 at the edge? I die at 60. I am never ever playing that matchup again. Holy shit, I played so much fucking better. Holy fuck, I played so much better. What a fucking matchup, man. What a matchup. Hopefully, hey, it was a good run. I had a lot of viewers. Thanks for watching. It was intense, at least, fighting the uphill battle. I feel like I just lost a Dark Souls boss. He really hit a single edge guard and I instantly died at 30. He didn't hit a single edge guard the entire set, and then he hits one and I die.
Why is everyone saying fucking Ludwig?
I hit him off stage 400 fucking times today. I hit him, I tech chased him, I comboed him. I cannot fucking kill him. My moves do not scale well enough against a character that heavy. My backer never fucking connects.
Okay, he's upset. Ludwig chat, type 1 if you think Lud would go for
Bro,
chicken,
if I hit him 401
2
times,
if
you
he'd
know what
go
happens?
for steak.
The backer doesn't connect.
Here we go. Grand finals incoming.
Why the fuck does Setterburn easily survive?
Hey lad, I was confused what a furry was, so I typed into good old Google. The results were unexpected. A link to a post you made on Twitter populated. Care to explain?
That did not happen. I know that did not happen. I do not come up when you look up furry. I'm not a furry.
One more parkour course to go, and I can get back to Parkour Civilization. Unfortunately, this is gonna be the hardest one yet. All of these parkour jumps had one thing in common. These were Neo jumps. Neo jumps are considered some of the hardest jumps in Parkour Civilization, and for a good reason. The only way you make these jumps is by moving around the block in mid-air. The last time I made a difficult Neo jump, I became parkour champion and I saved the world. But that was one jump, and I'm afraid this course is probably gonna have a lot more than one. After all, this course was made by the Neo legend of parkour, so that probably says something. If I had a choice, I would turn back immediately, but...
Doesn't Neo mean new? So wouldn't the Neo legend be the new legend? Isn't he the Neo legend?
Unfortunately, I don't. If I want to save the world, I need to get the disc. The entire time I've been here, I've been risking my life to get the discs I need to go home. I thought I've been outsmarting the people in this lost civilization, but it turns out I've been in a trap this entire time, and Siwat has been behind it all. I was tricked into collecting the discs for the enemy, and I can only assume that they have a plan to get the discs off of me so they can escape. I couldn't help be disappointed with myself for trusting Siwat. How did I not see this coming? I mean, Siwat literally worked for the evil champion and ran the lab that systematically controlled all of Parkour Civilization. You know, I probably should have thought about those things a little more before trusting him, but obviously it's way too late now. I gotta give him credit. As much as I dislike Siwat because he is objectively evil, his plan is extremely well thought out. And now that's put me in a very difficult position. On one hand, I could just throw all of the discs in the void and no one gets them. If I went down that route, Siwat and all of the people here can't escape and destroy Parkour Civilization, but then I wouldn't be able to get back home myself, so I'd basically be sacrificing myself for option 1. Now with option 2, I continue to play my part and get the discs. As long as I have all 4 on me, there still might be a way to get out of here alive without bringing them back to Parkour Civilization. As I was going over all of the possible futures, I noticed the course changed to Neo Ice Jumps. It seemed like this last course was a combination of all of the Parkour Legend courses, with of course adding Neo jumps to everything. Oh, I forgot how much I hated these types of jumps. Okay, but back to seeing if I can outsmart Siwat's plan. No matter what option I choose, the biggest problem is my friend. The old woman at the library told me my friend is trapped in some prison. And if I remember correctly, there's one more thing. I think my friend might still be alive in some prison. Do you know anything about it?
If that's true, then there's a chance we can save him. But we gotta get the 3rd and 4th disc first.
Well, now that I know that Siwat was the one behind the evil plan, I think it's safe to say that Siwat has my friend locked up in a prison somewhere. If that is the case, then I think I know what Siwat's plan is. He's gonna use my friend as leverage to have me give him the discs. It all makes sense now. There's no way he could get the discs off of me, so that means I'll either have to choose the discs or the life of my friend. That's assuming I finish this course and don't die in the void so I can get the last one. But to be honest, even though one jump could end it all, I knew I was gonna finish this course. There's a reason Siwat made this elaborate plan to get me to do the courses, and it's the same reason why all the parkour fighters must have joined him. There's only one person that exists in this world that is good enough at parkour to make these courses, and that person is me, the parkour champion. Siwat and all of the people in this civilization put their faith in me, because they knew that without me, they would never make it back alive. Well, I hate to disappoint them.
So right now, he's collecting 4 discs that allow him to unlock the 4 legends that he can fight against to open up the doorway to make it out of this parkour purgatory, let's call it. Basically, this layer of Parkour Civilization that no longer exists because something happened with an old champion. He basically exiled them. And the old parkour champion that Evbo dethroned is now here and working with the people who live in this land. I assume promising them an escape if they listen to his master plot. And the plot is basically to make Evbo do all the work to get them out. I think knowing Siwat and his character, he will likely, if his plan works out, betray the people. And his ace in the hole right now is that he has Evbo's friend locked up. And that will be his bargaining chip to get the discs so that he can be the one to take on the legends. Now, here's the thing. Sorry, Siwat's not the old champion. He's the one who worked the old champion. But here's the thing. I hope, and I think this will be peak if Evbo's friend kills himself. I'll rephrase it. Sacrifices himself for the greater good so that Evbo can use the discs. Because Evbo would never give up his friend for the discs. But I think in media, that's like always the most hype thing, you know? Think of like, what's his name? Remember in Naruto when there was that teacher guy who looked really cool with the fucking brass knuckles, Akuma, who sacrificed himself for all of his students? Asuma. Dude, that shit. That's what I'm talking about, bro. That's hype. Yeah, like the end of Squid Games. Yep. It's a pretty common trope.
But I don't plan on bringing Siwat or the evil parkour fighters back to Parkour Civilization. If all goes according to plan, there will only be 3 people going back home. So, it's time to get this plan over with and get out of this place once and for all. After making it out of the field of Neo Jumps, I was met with 2 parkour fighters.
Thank you for retrieving the discs for us, champion. Now, you will do exactly what we say if you want to stay alive. Siwat requests your presence.
This was it. Siwat had 2 parkour fighters waiting for me to ensure that I didn't run off with the discs. Normally, I would say that was a well thought out plan on his part, but I don't think he ever questioned the loyalty of his followers. Fortunately for me, I've got someone on the inside.
Hey, let's go. Keep it moving, champion. Why are you stopping?
Well, you know, just trying to catch my breath before this parkour battle. I quickly placed down a ladder and attacked the parkour fighter with a 3-block diagonal ladder jump. You know, I would say good luck in this battle, but I think you'll have a hard time with a 2v1. The parkour fighter turned around to see that the other fighter had an attack of his own build. Yep, this parkour fighter was my guy on the inside.
No, you're working with the champion? How could you? Fine, it doesn't matter. I'll take you both on by myself. I'm sure this will be the easiest parkour.
Well, that didn't last long. Wait a minute, I knew that guy, didn't I?
We've been best friends since we were kids. I don't know what I'd do without him. Alright, you're good to go.
Oh, that's right. I made his buddy jump into the void. Well, at least they're together now.
Let's keep it moving. We don't have much time.
Yep. All right, sorry. Let's get back to work. So far, the plan I had was going smoothly. Siwat had his mastermind plan set up for me, so it was only fair that I fight back. Before I went to the Neo Legend course, I visited my ally. Okay, I accept your offer. If you want to come back to Parkour Civilization, you need to help me.
Finally, you came to your senses. We're gonna need to move fast if we want to make this work.
So you're saying after I get the disc, Siwat is gonna have fighters waiting for me?
That's right, but he won't suspect that I'm working with you. I'll make sure I'm one of the fighters and we can escape to the temple.
Alright, sounds good to me. Oh, I really hope this works. Step 1 was getting the disc. Step 2 was making it to the temple without guards. And now it's time for step 3. Alright, you ready?
Yes, this has to work. I'll go distract Siwat and find out where he's keeping your friend. You just focus on beating the parkour legends and getting the door open.
Right, the parkour battles. I kind of forgot about that. Time was of the essence. I needed my ally to distract Siwat for as long as possible so I had time to beat the parkour legends. I also needed to hope that my ally would find my parkour master friend and free him from his prison. There were a lot of moving parts to this plan, but I think it could work. Unfortunately, the plan already had its first hiccup. The path I chose to go up the temple was destroyed. The only way up to the top was from the other side. Now, I just gotta hope that those few minutes of lost time weren't enough to ruin the plan. It was a good sign that I didn't see any parkour fighters around though. But that's when I glanced inside the bottom level of the parkour temple and I saw someone. But this wasn't a parkour fighter. This was someone with gold boots. I ran inside to see my parkour master friend standing on a single chain over the void. The last time we saw each other was in Parkour Civilization. You're alive, let's go. Oh no. Standing to my right was a parkour fighter with an attack already set up. That's an easy attack. Don't worry, I'll handle this.
No, stop. That attack was for me. If I don't make that jump, I die. I don't have any blocks to build with, so I'm stuck here. But if you attack him, that will force his battle with me to end, and I'll also die.
Okay.
Oh no, that's actually drama.
This is not an ideal situation, so how do I stop this?
You go up. See what is waiting for you up there.
Of course he is. Well, so much for my master plan to defeat the guy with the better master plan. Don't worry, I'll figure something out. Just don't move. Not that you can move, but don't worry, I'll figure something out. Alright, time to make my way to the top and probably face an ambush. There was nothing I could do now. I couldn't think of a single move to get out of this. If I even make the
360.
slightest notion that I'm gonna start a
360.
parkour battle, my friend will die. That means I have no choice but to just fall right into Seawat's plan. Well, I have been known to improvise, so let's do that. Alright, let's get this over with. So, you want me to help you destroy Parkour Civilization?
Now you're talking some sense. You know, a part of me actually enjoyed our little team up in getting each disc. I mean, you got them, but it was fun sitting back and letting you do the work. Now, I'm closer than ever to achieving my goal of destroying Parkour Civilization once and for all.
That doesn't make any sense. You said it yourself. You live in Parkour Civilization. Why would you want to destroy it?
I haven't told this to anyone before, but since I've already won, I might as well tell you.
I think most great media can be boiled down to what is the motive of the villain. And I find when villains are just cartoonishly evil for no reason, it's generally kind of popcorn TV. A great example of an amazing villain, The Incredibles, Syndrome. You know what I mean? A villain who is molded to be that way by the heroes. So I'm curious, Seawat's logic.
I didn't join Parkour Civilization. I was born here on this level of civilization. I might be the only one alive who remembers when this level was still a part of Parkour Civilization. And I might be the only one who knows what kind of a monster the old man was. My parents warned me about the old man. They told me to rank up before it was too late. Unfortunately, my parents were both too stubborn to rank down and too old to rank up. So I left my family and became a parkour master. My parents were the ones who told me to use brewing stands to give myself the resistance effect. And that was exactly what allowed me to remember when the old man used the command blocks to wipe out this entire level, including everyone in it. In doing so, he wiped all memories of this place, except mine, because of the potion effect. After that, how could I ever trust the system? The so-called beloved parkour champion wiped out my entire family.
That can't be true. Why?
That's a great reason to be a villain. Hurt people hurt people. I mean, he's literally saying that the old champion committed genocide. Wiped out a people, removed them from civilization, wiped out the memories that everyone had of the people so there'd be no uprisings.
I would...
Bro is Sasuke. And that's his Uchiha clan.
The old man do that? It just doesn't add up. He was kind and nice, and he cared about people.
You know, the funny part is that no one even knew. It was supposedly over a fight. Can you believe that? The old man let his battle with one person cause my parents and plenty of others to die.
A fight? What kind of fight would lead to an action like that?
All right, enough of that. What's in the past is in the past. Let's focus on what's gonna happen from here. I don't need the discs. Instead, I'm gonna have you battle all of the parkour legends yourself and get that door open for me. I will then get my revenge on Parkour Civilization. And if you choose not to, well, your friend is obviously the price you pay.
Woke has taken everything from me and I will get my revenge.
I have to do it. I can't let my friend die because of the mistakes I made. I'm the one who brought him here. I have no choice. Let's just hope I think of something later when I get that door open.
I trust you'll come to the right decision. You always do.
Oh, well, here goes nothing. Given everything that's happened in my life, I never thought there'd be a time where I'd have to say this, but it's time to go help destroy Parkour Civilization. It was time to fight the legends of parkour. Under normal circumstances, I probably would have been excited for these parkour battles. I mean, come on, fighting someone who has mastered a specific type of parkour? That sounds pretty awesome to me. Unfortunately for me, these are not normal circumstances. Because if I beat all 4 of these parkour legends, I will cause the downfall of Parkour Civilization. But that's assuming I beat these legends in parkour battles, and if I don't, well, I will die, and Parkour Civilization will probably be destroyed anyways. So, that means means plan A is to help destroy Parkour Civilization and hope I figure out a plan in the meantime. I thought I had a real chance to beat Siwat and save the world, but it turns out he was one step ahead of me the entire time. My friend is captured, and if I don't do exactly what Siwat says, he'll be gone forever. So that leaves me with no choice but to help Siwat escape so he can destroy Parkour Civilization once and for all. Alright, well, here goes nothing. It's time to fight the first legend of parkour. I threw the disc into the hopper waiting for something to happen. I saw nothing, but then, a few seconds later, someone appeared on one end of the battlefield. And this person was wearing diamond boots.
Looks like Steve from Blue's Clues.
So, you're the ice legend of parkour? Why do you have champion boots on?
That's because I am a parkour champion. Well, I was one a long time ago. I won the battle to become champion using ice blocks. So yeah, I got the Ice Legend title, but all of
This is like, bro, I keep relating back to Naruto, but this is like when the Hokage came back, which is like, you know, the old fucking parkour champions in the Naruto universe. But like, instead the Hokage comes back and it's like this ancient figure and it's like, so yeah, I basically used ice and then I became the freaking ice champion, I guess.
all of the parkour legends are just previous champions throughout history.
So every parkour legend was a parkour champion at some point. That's awesome. Wait, so are you real or what even are you?
Real? Absolutely. Alive? Not so much. All of us are spirits of our past lives, and we exist now only for parkour battles. But enough questions. Prepare to fight.
The Ice Legend said
360.
I have everything I need to battle inside the chest. When I first came here, the chest was empty, but now the chest had 3 stacks of ice blocks inside of it. These ice blocks were the only blocks I had to attack with. No other types of blocks
You're
were
not even
allowed.
gonna use a
It's
stack.
time to find out if I can do ice block
And
jumps
you already
better
had a
than
stack.
the Ice Legend of parkour. The Ice Legend attacked first. His first attack was a 4-block vertical jump. It was a difficult attack for sure, but it was nothing I couldn't handle. My choices were to either make the exact same jump or do a harder one. But I had to remind myself that this was only the first of 4 battles, so I'm not gonna try to risk it all in the first fight. I defended the first attack successfully and the battlefield reset. Alright, let's go. It's my time to attack now. My first attack was a parkour combo with a 5-block jump chained into a 3-block diagonal jump. I thought the attack wouldn't be hard enough, but to my surprise, the Ice Legend failed the jump. The battle was going my way, but it was far from over. If I mess up and get hit by an attack, I don't know how much damage these will do. That's why I had to get this over with. For my next attack, I set up a 6-block vertical jump. All of my training with ice blocks paid off, and I made the jump. Oh, okay, I'm just gonna pretend I almost didn't slip off there. I watched as the Ice Legend went for the jump, but
bro was a champion in an era where he was fucking parkouring against janitors and plumbers. Like, what is this? That guy was the champ of ice? And he's choking on ice. Really? He is so washed. He is so washed. Nah, that's sad. It's genuinely sad to see. That's like Babe Ruth, bro. Could you imagine Babe Ruth if he tried competing today? He'd be throwing like 70-mile-an-hour fastballs. He'd get to the first base in 27 seconds.
Failed once again. This was the second attack in a row that I landed. One more and it should be over. But I got ahead of myself. I attempted 2 5-block jumps in a row and I failed. Oh, that's not good. I should have just made my attack. The Ice Legend set up a difficult 3-jump combo and made it. It was time to defend again. I went for the combo, but I slipped off on the 3rd jump. The attack did 7 hearts of damage. If these combos get any harder, I could risk losing all 10 hearts in one attack. But if I land one more attack, I should win the battle. And the only way to attack in this position is to do a harder jump than that one. Okay, it's time for a terrible idea. I built the same attack, but added a 360 to the 5-block diagonal jump. Let's go. I cannot believe that worked.
This is a level of parkour I have not yet seen.
The risk paid off, and the Ice Legend was defenseless against the 360.
Dude, this guy's voice acting is killing me.
Looks like you've won the first battle. I hope you know what you're doing.
You hope I know what I'm doing? Wait, what does that mean? But before he could answer, the Ice Legend was gone, and the parkour battle was over. Why did the Ice Legend say that? What did he mean by that? I mean, I know I'm basically causing the destruction of Parkour Civilization, but I don't know how he would know that. Alright, doesn't matter. I'm still alive. The blocks I used to fight with disappeared from my inventory, and it was time to move on to the second battle. Going into the next fight, I realized I was wearing my chain boots the entire time. Since there was no point of trying to blend in anymore with the parkour fighters, I put back on my champion boots and started regenerating health. Okay, having full hunger makes me feel much better about these parkour fights. So basically, the only way I lose is if I get hit by an attack that does 10 hearts. So let's just try not to do that. It was time for the second fight.
That's
I
actually
threw
smart.
in the disc and summoned the glass legend of parkour.
Yo, I'm finally free. Let's go. The old man said I'd be gone for a while, but I didn't think it would be that long.
Wait. Did you say the old man, as in the parkour champion old man? How do you know him?
Bro, I'm not here to answer any questions. I'm just trying to parkour battle.
Okay.
It's funny because the old man, I don't know how old he is in relation. I guess he's calling him an old man. So he truly is the oldest champion.
Hey, I'm not sure what's up with these parkour legends, but they clearly don't like to talk about anything. But I always say you have to
Wait, is this Grox in chat? Chat, is this you, Grox?
parkour for the truth sometimes, so let's go and do that. I turned around and the glass legend already had an attack built, but he failed the attack.
They did you dirty, bro. You're shit. They did you so dirty. You're shit.
It was now my turn, and
Your
beating
cheeks,
the ice
your
legend with
booty
the
cheeks.
360 made me realize something. These legends were parkour champions a long time ago, and parkour jumps have evolved so much since then, which is why it was time to start attacking with jumps from the new
He's
age.
styling
I
on
with
you.
a 1.5 block backwards diagonal jump.
That's
Even when the
it?
fate of the world is on the line, I'm not afraid to hit him with the Evbo special, and it was no surprise that the glass legend didn't even get close.
Bro, why are you so good?
I started setting up a more difficult parkour combo. If my parkour math is correct, this attack should be enough to win. Come on, 360, 2-block, 360. Oh, let's go. I gotta say, I love parkour battles. As expected, the glass legend of parkour looked very discouraged, and I had a feeling the battle was already over. He set up the jumps, and he failed the first 360. Okay. Hey, no offense.
Alright, bro, I hope
you become a parkour champion. The first 360. Okay. Hey, no offense, but how did you become a parkour champion?
Alright, yeah, I wasn't cut out for such an important job. Alright, bro, I hope you know what you're doing. And, when you see the next parkour champion, can you, not mention my name?
Wait, why is this such an important job? And he's gone, of course. Why do I have a feeling that there's something important they're not telling me?
Grox, your announcement. That was embarrassing, man. I'm happy to announce Evbo is going on the yard November 2nd. That is not true. That is not true. We don't even record November 2nd. That's a Saturday. That's the day of World's Greatest. Hey, here's a question. Is Evbo good at gaming?
Glass legend said the old man said he'd be gone for a while, but what does that mean? But that's when I remembered Siwat's story. If the old man did erase this entire level of civilization, maybe the parkour legends knew about it. Okay, I could be onto something here, but let's just get past this third battle.
Chat, it's not real. Stop saying yes, it's not real. Just because multiple people with check marks are saying it's real does not mean it's real. You would have a bad time on X the Everything app if you believe this.
I threw in the disc and summoned the third legend of parkour.
So, it looks like you're almost at the top. The battles must be tiring you out by now.
I don't know, I'm feeling pretty good. I mean, the ice legend was kind of hard, but the glass legend didn't really fight back that much.
Bro, he was the second battle? That guy was only the parkour champion for 2 hours before I beat him. He's terrible. Alright, whatever. I can promise you you're not making it past me.
Bro, parkour champion for 2 hours? That's embarrassing. I'm kind of surprised he even got there in the first place. It was time to battle the crystal legend of parkour. Crystals are some of the blocks that don't exist in Parkour Civilization. So as of now, I have zero experience with building crystal parkour jumps, but I had a feeling I was gonna have to adapt quickly. The crystal legend built a 3-jump parkour combo that looked like something I've never done before. I made the first jump, but I just barely missed the second jump. The
Shit.
attack did
That did that
7.5 hearts,
much?
so I was still alive, but it was not a good confidence booster. The crystal legend immediately went into his second parkour combo attack.
Wait, if you auto heal, then what the hell is the point of any of this?
But that's when I saw the perfect opportunity to put the battle in my hands. I built the exact same parkour combo as he did and went back to my strategy of adding the Evbo signature move whenever it was possible. Changing the first jump to a 360 put the battle back in my favor. Surprisingly, the Crystal Legend made the 360 but didn't get enough momentum for the second jump. My strategy was working for all of the parkour legends, so why change? I attacked with a backwards 2-block jump into a backwards 360. Honestly, I don't even know how I made that parkour combo. Once again, the Crystal Legend of parkour
This guy's
was
such
defenseless.
a fucking gimmick.
Well, there's nothing to say, except I hope you know what you're doing.
Wait, what do you mean?
Good luck.
And just like that, the battle was won. But that was the second parkour legend to tell me that they hope I know
Bro,
what
he's
I'm
such
doing.
a gimmick.
I just don't get it. I feel like the answer is right in front of me, but I can't make sense of anything. The parkour legends don't want to talk, but why? As far as they're concerned, I'm just trying to open the door to get back to Parkour Civilization. This doesn't make sense, but let's just get this last battle over with. I threw in the disc to summon the final legend of parkour, the legend of Neo Jumps.
Well, this is unexpected to be sure. Nevertheless, here you are. This is the last battle to open the door. I wish you the best, whatever the outcome may be.
Wait, before we start, can you just tell me what the old man has to do with all of this? I know there's something.
I'm afraid that's not for me to say, but if all goes right, you will never know.
I thought making it to the final parkour legend would give me some answers, but it looks like that's not going to be the case.
You said the more you jump, the more you know, the more truth you find.
Two outcomes are I either live without the truth or die without the truth, so obviously I'm going to choose option 1. In this final battle, the Neo legend let me attack first. I started off the battle with a 2-block Neo jump, but the parkour legend didn't look worried. He built the attack, but then added on another Neo jump to the end. Just by the look of it, I already knew that this attack would deal heavy damage if I failed it. But likewise, if I make a harder jump and I make it, I could end this battle with one attack. Alright, that sounds like a plan. Let's do 2 double Neos. I made the jump harder and I went for it. Come on! No! I hit the wall on the second jump, missing the counter attack, taking 9 hearts of damage. If that parkour attack was even slightly harder, my journey would have been over. But
Bro started with their strength. Alyssa, I know you might be joking here, but when you're doing a parkour battle against a parkour legend, it's important to battle in their domain. So you have to, right? You only get the blocks that are available, and these are Neo jump blocks. You might be new to Parkour Civilization, so like no shame at all, no flame, but you can't show up to the Neo jump battle with fucking amethyst blocks. You know what I mean? That'd be so embarrassing.
But the important thing is it's not, and I must keep fighting. Unfortunately, I was already under pressure again, facing an attack of 6 Neo jumps in a row. Okay, nice and easy.
Don't fucking say parkour splaining. Don't say fucking parkour splaining, Ellie. Okay, because they did say it wrong. Just to clarify, Alyssa did get it wrong. I'm just explaining. It's not parkour splaining because you're adding a spin to it that people might interpret in a way that's not good. It's a spin. It's a seedy tactic.
Time. 3, 4. Come on, just one more. Please, no! I saw my life flash before my eyes as the attack took me down to half a heart. I was losing this battle, and if it keeps going this way, one more attack will be the end of me. As of now, I don't see how I can beat the Neo legend at Neo jumps, which means I know how this is gonna end. If I want to open that door, I'm gonna have to do something extremely reckless. This is quite possibly the worst idea I've ever had. I watched as the Neo legend built
literally
his
about
next
to jump
parkour
backwards and do a
combo, but
360.
I wasn't even worried about that. I knew he would make the jumps. After all, Neo jumps are his specialty. What I was worried about was my jump. I don't know if this is possible, but all I know is that if I make it, I win. Of course, if I don't, well, we already know how that goes. It's hard to rationalize this decision because I'm basically doing all of this just for Siwat to destroy Parkour Civilization. But it will save my friend and give me time to find a way to save the world later. Alright, time to make this impossible jump. I mean, this jump could potentially change our understanding of Okay, I'm just gonna jump. I jumped off the platform doing a 180 and traveled around the block backwards. Yep, of course. What was I thinking? Journey is over because I thought I could do a backwards Neo jump. Wait, I'm alive. I actually did it by some miracle.
I can't believe he did that shit. I can't believe he did that shit. That is literally changing what we thought parkour used to be. Holy fuck, man. This is better than Gear 5 Luffy. Because Gear 5 Luffy is a bit wonky, especially in the animation. This fucking cooks it.
The backwards Neo jump changed the entire parkour battle.
I have nothing left to say, except I yield. I don't know who you are, but I hope you have the strength for what's to come.
The Neo legend forfeited the battle and it was over. I had beaten
I don't know why I said
all
that.
4 parkour legends, and the
That was
door
stupid.
at the
Sorry.
top of the staircase was open. I survived, and now there was a way back to Parkour Civilization. Except for a second, I forgot that I wasn't gonna be the one going back. I had just barely finished the battle, but Siwat was already waiting for me. Oh man, well, I survived, but now I have to watch Parkour Civilization be destroyed. I walked into the hallway that was at the top of the Parkour Temple. This reminds me of all of the times that I ranked up in Parkour Civilization. Not that it counts for anything, but it's kind of cool that I ranked up again in a way.
I want you to know that everything I told you was true, except I left out one thing.
Evbo is going on the yard November 2nd.
Couldn't have seen that one coming. All right, what is it?
The old man's fight was supposedly with his friend.
With his friend? Okay. Is there a point you're trying to get at? I mean, are you about to come out with some crazy take about how, like, we're friends and we fight all the time, but it's okay? I mean, you're literally about to destroy Parkour Civilization.
I never said I would be the one to destroy Parkour Civilization.
Wait, what? So, what does that mean? I started thinking
You're
about what
gonna
Siwat just
destroy
said.
it.
The old man had a fight with his friend? Why does that mean something? Wait, what did that old woman at the library say? She thought she knew me, but how could she?
I never blamed you for what you did. I know it was a tough decision.
Okay, this woman does not know who I am, but I have no clue what she's talking about. She knew where my friend was too. She gave me the book that talked about the prison he was in.
I assume you're here to get your friend, correct?
My friend? You know where my friend is? Wait a minute. When I saw her, I wasn't wearing my chain boots. I was wearing my champion boots.
When the old man used the command blocks to wipe out this entire level, including everyone in it.
I never blamed you for what you did. I know it was a tough decision.
The woman didn't know me. She thought I was the old man. And if she thought I was the old man, she wasn't talking about my friend being imprisoned.
The old man's fight was supposedly with his friend. Can you believe that? The old man let his battle with one person cause my parents and plenty of others to die.
The old man removed this entire level of civilization to imprison his friend. Getting to the top of this temple was never a way back to Parkour Civilization. It was a prison. And that means Siwat's plan was never to get out. It was to help free the person that the old man banished from Parkour Civilization. What have I done?
So, the old man is gone. That's a shame. If only he was around to see what I'm gonna do to Parkour Civilization.
This is it. One final parkour battle to save the world. The fate of Parkour Civilization is in my hands now, and my opponent is one of the most fearsome parkour fighters in all of history. And I was the one who helped him escape. I defeated every parkour legend thinking that I was helping Siwat get back to...
You know what? It's an early call. This is better than Parkour Civilization Episode 1. I think it's better. I think we're already there. I think there's more drama. There's more tension. The storytelling's better. The twists are better. I mean, obviously, the thing about Episode 1 is it has to set the groundwork of the civilization and the world to be able to enjoy Episode 2. But it's Dune-esque in that way. Because Dune, you know, the first movie... You watch it, bit of a snooze fest at times. The second movie, phenomenal. You don't get the second movie without the first movie, so you have to give it that credit to World Builder. But man, they really did not hold back. Big swings taken and big hits made.
To Parkour Civilization. I thought he was gonna be the one to destroy the world, but it turns out that was never his plan to begin with. His plan was to get me to unleash something even worse. Someone who had been banished to this lost civilization. What have I done? Coming to this civilization was a mistake. I don't know who this person is, but if
Arrakis is a prison planet, yes.
Higher level just to
Arrakis is a prison planet, yes. Okay, it's not the prison planet. But ultimately, do you not believe that the freemen are prisoners on Arrakis? Or you think they're free men? No, they're not.
to imprison his friend, it was probably for a good reason.
Forced to mine spice. They're indigenous, and they're forced to mine spice by whatever nation gets to run the planet. They don't get to choose their own leaders. I mean, they do, but they don't have that much control. The Fremen don't mind spice. You're so dumb. You really think that? You think the Fremen don't mind spice? I'm so embarrassed for you.
That plan took a lot of, well, planning. And now you get to watch how beautifully this unfolds.
You must be very proud. Your plan was perfect. You have everything you need. So now give me back my friend.
Whoa, not yet, buddy. Got one more thing to do first. Why don't you go introduce yourself to the villain of parkour?
The villain of parkour? I walked up the steps to see the prisoner completely surrounded by lava.
I hear you were friends with the old man. That makes two of us. I'm surprised he didn't throw you away like he did to me.
If you were actually friends with the old man, then explain all of this. Why would he wipe out an entire level of civilization just to imprison one person?
He was scared of what I had discovered. What was the term he used again? An illegal form of parkour.
Forgive me for not understanding, but you said an illegal form of parkour? What could you have discovered about parkour to make it illegal?
It's time.
What?
What I discovered is time. Since the beginning, parkour battles have always been one move after another, until I realized that they never had to be. You see, if you challenge someone to a race, it's the ultimate form of parkour fighting. It's the idea that you are willing to risk everything, that you will not only make the jumps, but you make them faster than your opponent.
A parkour race? When I first came...
Not a different type of race, chat. It's a different type of race they're talking about. They're not race. That's not what a racist is. You don't call Max Verstappen a race. You call him a race. I'm going to get a Red Bull.
Came to this level of civilization, one of the fighters challenged me to a battle. He said that the battle would start and end on a single block. And when I didn't do the jumps, I would have died if it wasn't for my totem of undying. That wasn't just a regular parkour battle, that was a parkour race. How was an attack like that able to do 10 hearts?
Racing has no limits. Once you challenge someone to a race, you either win or you die. No in between.
If that's true, then someone with that type of power could take over the entire world. No one would be able to fight back. And that's exactly why Siwat's breaking him out of prison. The old man must have known that parkour racing could destroy thousands of lives. That's why he went through such great lengths to make sure that this type of parkour never made it back to Parkour Civilization. But now it's too late. I let this evil back into the world. What do you want? What are you even gonna do to Parkour Civilization?
I'm going to do what I'd set out to do a long time ago, enlighten the world with my new form of parkour battles.
I turned around to see that Siwat had built a parkour attack, but this was something I've never seen before. Siwat said there's only one more thing I have to do. If I get hit by this parkour attack, he'll give me back my friend. What is this attack? Why are there armor stands? And why do you need to hit me with the attack?
You know, I can't beat you in a fair fight, and I just want to land a good hit on you.
I can't believe that even after Siwat's plan worked, he still feels the need to prove that he's better than me. But it doesn't really matter at this point. He has my friend, and I have to deal with whatever he throws at me so I can get him back. He could be lying. This attack might be enough to kill me, but I was willing to take that chance. Thankfully, it barely did any damage. Okay, great. You got the satisfaction of hitting me in a parkour battle, so can we be done now?
Who knew? Armor stand attacks can take the boots right off of a player. Even champion boots.
In Siwat's hand was a pair of champion boots, and they weren't just any pair, they were mine. My champion boots were gone, just taken straight out of my inventory. How is this possible? What are you—
Wow, you're dumb as fuck. You're a dumb little fucking idiot, Evbo. Fuck, you're stupid. Holy shit, what a dumb little idiot. That was so dumb, no?
planning to do with those?
You can relax now. Your time as the champion is over.
I watched as Siwat walked over to the parkour villain and threw the champion boots at his feet.
Whoa!
Oh no, this is not good. If the parkour villain gets access to the command blocks, there would be no stopping him.
Dude, this is like when...
This is my ticket home.
And just like that, I was no longer the parkour champion. I just gave the most dangerous player in the world unlimited food and access to the blocks that control Parkour Civilization.
This is actually Goku giving Cell a senzu bean. He actually just walked through that bar for bar.
Siwa handed him blocks, and at that
it is a little Obito Madara. Actually real.
moment, I knew my journey was coming to an end.
Now, before I return to Parkour Civilization, I need a good fight.
Yep, this is the end for me. Throughout my life, I've overcome the most difficult situations, but this is a fight that I don't think I can win. I've never even done a parkour race before, and I'm fighting against the person who invented it. I don't know how I'm gonna do it, but I have to find a way to be faster than the parkour villain. The odds are stacked against me, but as long as I'm still here, I'll never stop fighting to save the world. Well, let's do this.
I have to say, I'm going to enjoy watching this. I finally get to see you crumble.
You prepare for a parkour race. You've served your purpose in this life. I offer you a quick and merciless death.
The parkour villain didn't challenge me to a battle, he challenged Siwa.
Whoa, 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 what are you doing? I'm the one who helped you escape. You clearly made a mistake.
Dude, that's a classic trope. Evil guy that's kind of weak but aspires to be strong and evil unleashes mega evil guy, and then mega evil guy fucking instantly dwarfs and kills lesser evil guy. That is a classic trope, bro.
I'm just gonna take off before what's happening to me? Why am I stuck? I can't move.
I watched as Siwa tried to run away, but he couldn't. Whatever the parkour villain was doing brought him back into the battle. It was like a force he couldn't escape. What was this power? I didn't even know what to think. Just a moment ago, I thought I was about to die. And now I'm watching one of my greatest enemies fight for his life. The parkour villain didn't even start the race yet. He was just watching Siwa. But then he took off. Before this, I had never seen someone move so effortlessly through a parkour course. Within the blink of an eye, the parkour villain was already at the last jump.
Please don't. I'll do anything. I'll work for you. Just let me live.
The villain made the last jump and the race was over. Siwa lost.
I suppose I had this coming for me, didn't I? For what it's worth, I was telling the truth when I said I enjoyed working with you.
And just like that, the parkour...
I thought that was a penis on his head.
And just like that, the parkour villain had claimed his first victim. Siwa, the one who would betray me over and over, was betrayed by his own plan. Right when the battle was over, the parkour villain didn't even acknowledge me and started running away. He must know a way back to Parkour Civilization, right? If that's the case, then there's still a chance I can catch up and battle him before he does. Bro,
I got one beef with this. Every time he mentions a villain, Siwat, he mentions him by name. Whenever he mentions his parkour friend, he just says that exact sentence. My parkour master friend is still stuck down below. I don't even know the fucking friend's name.
Oh, did he seriously jump off the temple with no water bucket? Oh man, this guy's insane, but I have to battle him, right? I'm not gonna lie, I was a little relieved that he chose to battle Siwa instead of me, but I can't let him escape without at least putting up a fight. If I challenge him to a battle before he challenges me to a race, I might be able to keep the battle in my hands. The parkour villain has been trapped here for years, and he—
Oh, shut up, you middle-aged man.
might know how to parkour race, but I'm gonna bet he's never battled against someone who can do 360s. I made it down to the ground level and I spotted the villain. He looked like he knew where he was going, so he must know the way back. He was fast, but I managed to keep him in my sights. I followed him all the way until we hit the edge of this level of civilization. I don't understand. There's nowhere left to go. All right, let's not waste any more time. I only have one shot at this. I quickly placed down 3 blocks and I attacked with 2 3-block 360s.
Ooh.
This was it. The battle had started and there would be no turning back now. This was life or death.
I was waiting for you to fight back. A neat little trick you did there with the 360s. Unfortunately, my knowledge of parkour is beyond your understanding.
The parkour villain didn't even look surprised that I attacked him with 360s. Oh no, what did I get myself into? I wasn't prepared for this. The parkour villain built a chest jump. And the worst part is he did a 360. That's impossible. I thought I was the only one who could do 360s. My attack was erased. It was all up to me to build a harder jump now. The worst part about this fight is that we weren't on an even battlefield. If this was an ordinary fighting space, I would try the longest parkour combo I could do. But I don't have that option now. I just have to do one very hard jump. And that very hard jump is gonna be the 3-block diagonal 360. I went for one of the hardest 360s I've ever done, and I made it. I still had a chance. But then, out of nowhere, I took damage. The jump I built wasn't harder than the jump he built, and I lost the attack.
Just as I expected.
The villain was looking inside of the chest, and I knew something was wrong.
Your downfall was your inability to risk everything you had.
Risk everything I had? But that's when I noticed I had nothing. Every single thing I had in my inventory was gone. No water bucket, no blocks to fight with. And
dude, you got fucking duped again! Dude!
That's when I knew the parkour villain stole all of them when he attacked me with the chest jump. This fight was over, and I lost. So that's it then, right? You have all of my blocks, I can't fight back. How are you even gonna get home?
These boots are the only way out of here. You could have left at any time you wanted. I suppose it was your destiny to deliver them to me.
Why aren't you attacking me? Why don't you just finish the job already?
The old man isn't around anymore, and the only one left to pay for his sins is you. I want you to know what it's like to suffer, to waste away here for years, to be forgotten, just like I was. Only when you are on your last breath, I will return to finish the job.
The parkour villain turned around and jumped into the air, disappearing. This was the end.
Fucked up.
The champion boots were the only way back to Parkour Civilization. Now I'm stuck here with nothing, and there's no one left to stop him.
Just like I remembered it. And now it's mine.
Oh, well, here we are. This is my last chance to save Parkour
Good villain.
Civilization.
Good villain.
I have to be the one to summon the parkour god. Apparently, nobody has ever successfully summoned him before, but I've met him. I know he's real, and I just need him to come back one more time. Because, let's face it, I destroyed the world. I let one of the most evil parkour villains escape, and death and destruction follow him everywhere he goes. I thought I was the champion of parkour, but my party did all of my blocks like the villain did defeat like Pat. It was like he knew every block that I could. Yes, it's true, I may be stuck here forever, but my friend is still in the middle of a parkour battle. If I gather enough blocks, maybe he'll have enough resources to win. I just need these to not fall in the void. Okay, well, I guess 2 chests is all I have. Alright, so basically, my friend is gonna have to win the parkour battle in 1 attack. And of course, that is, if he's even alive still. I started making my way back to the parkour temple. Fortunately, when I got there, I saw that my friend was still floating over the void. I didn't have a plan. I was gonna have to use the 2 chests and improvise. But that's when I remembered, this wasn't my only option. There might be a way to get more blocks. I almost forgot that I had an ally. We got separated when I fell into Siwat's trap, but he still should be alive. I went to the place where my ally was going to find Siwat, and I found him standing in the middle of the battlefield. Hey, are you alright, man? What happened here?
It was an ambush. I thought I would find Siwat here, but all I found was a fight. I barely survived, but I have nothing left. No more blocks to fight with.
Well, that answered my question. The only
Bummer.
other place I know of blocks is at the very top of the parkour temple, but I don't have a water bucket anymore. It's just too risky. If only I could get the parkour god to come back and help us out or something. Other than that, I have no ideas.
Wait, you might be onto something. If you actually believe you can summon the parkour god, then follow me.
Wait, I was kind of joking, but alright. I started to follow the parkour fighter. At first, I thought we were going back to the library, but then I realized he was going further than that.
What if instead of doing a 360, he did a freak 60 and was freaky with his opponent?
A few moments later, we arrived at a building, and I saw a giant statue of the parkour god. The parkour fighter said that people would come to this building to try to get their prayers answered by the parkour god. Okay, so you said people would come here all the time?
I was reading a fucking comment, by the way. Everyone's saying, like, you're 29. This is why you're not the one writing this show. I read a comment. That was me reading a comment. I didn't come up with that. I would come up with some way better shit. You know, how about instead of a 360, he does a reef 60 and he smokes that good shit before he does it, and whoever's more fucked up wins.
And they just summoned the parkour god?
Huh?
People would come here, yes.
Drinking and parkouring. Right?
but no one has been able to summon the parkour god. Apparently, the last jump you need to do is to jump into the void, and no one was willing to.
Great, so I have to die to summon the parkour god. Well, I mean, I'm stuck here forever, so it's either die now or die later.
If you do choose to go for it, good luck. I'm gonna go look for more blocks. It's been nice knowing you.
Okay, if I didn't know any better, I would say that his tone sounds like he thinks I'm not coming back. So, from what I know, no one has been able to summon the parkour god because of the last jump in this course. But I have some idea that it might be different for me. Back in Parkour Civilization, no one even thought the parkour god really existed. But I saw him with my own two eyes. He gave me the champion boots to save the world. He came back before to save my life, and maybe he'll do it one more time. And who knows, maybe if he does show up, he'll give me blocks, and he'll show me a way out of here. I just have to make sure not to miss a single jump before I even get to the summoning part. I barely made 2 3.5 block vertical jumps, and now I had to do, of course,
Oh, that actually
water
tough.
parkour. You know, you would think jumping into the void would be enough, but no. Instead, I have to not die accidentally, and then I have to die on purpose. How does that make any sense? When I first arrived on this level of civilization, I was forced to do water jumps to escape. And now, hopefully, this is the last time I'll be doing water jumps. I made the last jump, and I was standing at the base of the parkour god statue. A few feet in front of me stood a door, and when I walked up to it, it opened just like all of the parkour temple doors did. I walked inside the room and I saw nothing. All that was inside this room was a giant hole in the middle of the floor. And of course, it went straight to the void. And this is the part when I began to realize that I think my ally was telling the truth. Unless I could somehow miraculously make a 5-block jump, it seems pretty clear that the only thing to do here is to jump straight into the void.
Do it.
Oh man, I can't believe I'm about to do this. All right, parkour god, if you're listening, please send me some help. I backed up and I jumped into the hole with no blocks below me. But just as I was about to enter the void, I felt my feet hit slime blocks and I bounced up onto a ladder. Okay, that was not what I was expecting to happen. I didn't know how I was still alive. The blocks just appeared out of nowhere. Well, okay, if the parkour god's advice was to stop me from jumping into the void, I guess I got help. But I soon realized that my prayers were answered.
Old
Standing in front
man?
of me was a familiar figure, wearing diamond boots.
You know, it doesn't take much to convince you to jump into the void. You should really think these things through.
I don't get it. How are you standing there? I saw you die. How is this possible?
You asked the parkour god for help, so he sent me.
The parkour god heard me.
You look like you've been through a lot.
Holy
Let's talk.
shit,
So
dude.
it is true then. You removed this entire level of civilization just to imprison the parkour villain? I mean, wasn't there any other way to stop him?
The only other way was to beat him in a parkour race, and I couldn't. So instead, I had to deal with the consequences of my actions my entire life. I'm sorry, Evbo.
It's fine. I actually understand. There was nothing you could do. I mean, if anyone's to blame in this situation, it's me. I was the one who let him out. Everyone in Parkour Civilization...
Forgive him a little bit. Sorry. You just forgave him a little bit fast for genocide. Just a little bit fast. You have to understand he trapped everybody here and then they died. And then everyone else in Parkour Civilization's memories were wiped of the memory of it. So it's like, I get why he did it, just to be clear. And I think it might have been the play. Forgive him a little fast.
Would have been fine if I wasn't so reckless. And now...
It's exile, not genocide. I think you could argue because they lose the resources of Parkour Civilization, and factually we know several of them died off. Kind of
Hey, it's me, Mike Tyson. The fate of the world depends on the parkour champion. Yapwig, stop pausing. I'm on the edge of my seat.
Okay, I'm going to press the play button.
Oh, I lost my champion boots. Those were the only ticket out of here.
You may not have your champion boots anymore, but there is still a way out of here.
I can go home? Tell me how. You know what they say, sometimes jumping in the void can save your life.
I'm getting desensitized
I mean,
to
no one
vine
has
boobs.
said
It's
that
fucking
before, but
crazy.
in this case, it might have just saved mine. I have a way back to Parkour Civilization, but first, I just need to get my friend out of this parkour battle. I walked up to my friend, expecting to see the parkour fighter waiting with his attack. But he wasn't here. What's going on? Where is the guy that attacked you?
You're not gonna believe this, but he fell in the void. From what I can see, he's never coming back, but the problem is that his attack still stands, and I'm at half a heart.
The parkour fighter fell into the void during a battle, but even if he's gone, his attack might hit you if you don't do a harder jump.
Exactly. So that means the only way I can get out of this is if you build me a jump that's harder than the attack.
Alright, I got very limited blocks, so it's time to do some parkour analysis. I'm not gonna lie, this jump is going to be hard. The parkour fighter attacked you with a 3.5 block vertical jump. Okay, that's not great news.
I'm sorry. Okay.
But I think we might just be able to work with this. I placed down one of the chests. Now, my friend could do a 3.5 block diagonal downwards jump. Okay, we still have a problem. Your jump is going downwards, and that attack is going upwards, which means yours is still easier. I don't see how I could use the other chest I have to build a harder jump, so that means you're not
360. It means 360. Every fucking solution is 360. It's a 360. It's 360.
gonna like this. You have to do a 360.
Yes! Vine boom! Wait, they actually played a vine boom.
You have to do a 360.
No way, man. I can't do a 3.5 block diagonal 360. Are you crazy?
I'm sorry, this is the only way. You have to make this to survive.
Oh, I never thought it would end like this, but at least I'll go out doing a 360.
There was nothing more I could do at this point. All I could do was watch.
I wish you never made 360s.
I watched as my friend jumped and made the 360 onto the chest. For the first time in days, both me and my friend were safe. Let's go! See,
thank you for the
that
membership,
hard.
Logan.
I knew you could do it. My friend was saved, and now there was only one thing left to do, and that was return to Parkour Civilization.
I didn't find any blocks, but it looks like you didn't need them anyways. So what happens now?
I may have a way back to Parkour Civilization, and the way back was in front of us the whole time. The old man told me there would be a room behind the champion statue inside the parkour temple, just like the secret room back in Parkour Civilization. Sure enough, the room was here, and it was nothing except for 5 parkour jumps. The old man apparently made this as a last resort.
So you're jumping in the void on purpose?
Apparently, and surprisingly for the second time today. The old man said that only by failing the 4th jump will I be able to make it back to Parkour Civilization. I gave my friends the blocks that I had. I would be going on this journey alone, so they were better off in their hands than mine. From their perspectives, they won't know if I had died or made it back home, so all they could do was just wait for me. My friend gave me his last piece of food to take on my journey. If I was gonna die in the void, I might as well not die on an empty stomach.
This was a mistake from the writers here. It should have been, rather than a narrative piece explaining that my friend gave me food, the friend should have said, hey, before you go, do you want some food? I have raw beef or raw chicken. A little callback. That would have been fire right there. That would have been fire. Let me write episode 3. I got you. I got you on episode 3. I got you.
All right, let's jump into the void for the second time today. I'm really hoping I remembered the old man's words correctly. It was the 4th jump, wasn't it? Of course, there's nothing down there to let me know if I'm in the right spot or not. Wait, maybe it wasn't the 4th jump. Maybe it was the 5th. Oh man, why am I forgetting now? This was quite literally the only thing I had to remember. If I die and the entire world gets destroyed because I couldn't remember one number, well, I guess no one would know it was me, right? Okay, I just gotta choose one. I think it's number 4. This was it. This was the only way back. And the only way back was to fail a jump. Let's just hope I failed the right one. I was falling through the void, but then I felt ground under my feet. When I jumped, I thought my journey was over, but I soon realized that there was more to my story.
It was just
I was standing in the place where my journey first began. This was my home, Parkour Civilization, and I was gonna be the one to save it again. Today could very well be my civilization. Building that used to be here was just gone. I could tell by the holes in the ground that a neighborhood used to be here. This was the neighborhood where I grew up in, and it's all gone. I knew that this only meant one thing. The parkour villain has already made it to the top and is using the command blocks to reshape Parkour Civilization. Oh man, this is not good. Well, plan A is out the window. It's time to start thinking of a new one. It's crazy to think that my entire life started in this temple. If I had never failed this 1 block jump at the beginning, I don't think I would have become the parkour champion that I am today. I might have just lived my life as a parkour pro, comfortable and happy. But where would be the fun in that? At least now I get a near-death experience every 5 minutes and credit for saving the world. Hopefully twice if I pull this one off. I made it up to the pro level of Parkour Civilization. I looked around and nothing seemed different, except for the fact that, well, the statue didn't have my head anymore. Alright, I'm gonna guess that was a personal design choice by the parkour villain himself. Just like the noob layer, everything I remember from the pro layer was gone. Except this layer was different, and now there were buildings that I've never seen before. This is the spot where all of the pro houses should be, but now there's just one platform with parkour jumps on it. And not only that, the parkour jumps are identical to each other. This wasn't just a fight, this was a parkour race. I thought back to what the parkour villain said. He said that he wanted to enlighten the world with his new form of parkour. If I had to guess, I would say he did just that. All of the buildings surrounding the platform looked like prisons.
The
But after
bed?
checking every one of them, there was no one inside of them. No one was here. I couldn't help but think of two terrible ideas of what happened. Either one, the parkour villain wiped out every pro by himself, or two, he made the parkour pros fight each other. No matter what happened, the fact remains that the prison cells are empty.
No, I read it, Jack. Jack's very emotional in chat. Can everyone please be supportive? Fuck the Bears. I hate my life. But you spelled it wrong both times. Who did the Bears beat today, sweetheart? Oh, excuse me. They lost to the Washington Commanders. Hey, the Commanders are good. Look, you know, you have Caleb Williams. He's on year 1, right? You have a good team. You need some maybe better wide receiving options. But you have a good team. Actually, no, you have great wide receiving options. Oh, fuck. DJ Moore had a horrible game. That's miserable. You have a good team, bro. I'm a fucking Pats fan. We won our second game today.
So that leaves me to believe that the pros are gone. But that doesn't mean that the parkour masters are. If the outcomes I believe happened were true, it makes sense. The parkour pros wouldn't stand a chance against the parkour villain. But the parkour masters know how to fight. And if they can fight, maybe there's a chance that they've been able to stay alive. I made it up to the master level of civilization. Only one more layer and... Bro, really? My statue got destroyed again? Alright, once I get my hands back on the command blocks, I gotta build like 50 of those. Even though I was on the master level of civilization, everything looked exactly the same as the layer below. The entire parkour city I worked so hard to make was completely wiped out, and once again replaced with a platform that had parkour race courses on it. I looked around but didn't see anybody, but that's when I realized that these prisons were different than the layer below. All of these prison cells still had doors on them. The masters might still be alive.
You just don't know when to give up, do you?
Standing directly behind me was the parkour villain himself.
I can only imagine you escaped with the help of the parkour god. That is quite unfortunate.
I wasn't expecting the fight to get here so soon, but here it was. It's time to risk everything to save Parkour Civilization. Alright, let's parkour race. This course right here.
I'm afraid not.
Wait, what? Why not? So now you're too scared to fight? What
Yeah,
happened to
little
all the
pussy,
stuff you
bitch.
were saying
Sorry.
about willing to risk everything? Sounds to me like you
Hello,
think
Brazil.
you're gonna lose.
You of all people should know that course is below people like you and I. If I were to race you, the course would be terrifying. But I'm not going to. I'm just going to use the command blocks to wipe you out for good. You can try to stop me, but it looks like your hands are full.
The parkour villain wasn't even gonna fight me. He was just gonna wipe me out with the command blocks. What did he mean when he said it looks like my hands are full? But at that moment, I heard something, and I looked over at one of the prison cells. One of the doors had opened, and standing in the doorway was a parkour master. He started jumping towards me. Hey, what's going on? Are you alright? What happened to all the other parkour masters? Are they
Thank you,
still
Justice.
alive?
I'm sorry, Evbo, but the new champion has ordered me to race you in this parkour course.
He ordered you to race me. Why would you do that?
If I don't, he'll race me himself, and I don't want to end up like the others.
Then don't, okay? Look, as soon as you challenge me to a parkour race, one of us will die. And you're not gonna beat me, so why don't you just give me time to defeat the parkour villain, and then we'll all be okay. Just don't.
Sorry, one moment. I just looked how the Chicago Bears game ended to the guy who said, I hate my life because the Chicago Bears lost. I understand. I apologize. They lost with 0 seconds on the clock to a Hail Mary. That's tough.
Don't challenge me and trust me. I can do this.
I'm sorry, Evbo, but racing you seems like my best.
Who the fuck cares? Yeah, sorry, let me get back to Parkour Civilization Part 2, the 2-hour Minecraft video.
Option to stay alive. I challenge you to a parkour race.
What a fucking idiot for caring about sports.
And just like that, after those words were said, I could do nothing.
Idiot.
Both of us were locked into a parkour race, meaning once one of us finishes the course, the other one will die, no matter what. This is exactly what the parkour villain wanted. He introduced this illegal form of parkour, and now he gets to watch and laugh as I fight to the death with the people that I'm trying to save. The worst part is that the parkour villain knows that these parkour masters are no match for me. All he wants is to watch me suffer as I eliminate my friends. After doing the last 2 Neo jumps, I knew the parkour race was over. Part of me wanted to just stop right here before the last jump and let the parkour master win, but I knew I couldn't. If I ended my journey right here, then no one would be able to stop the parkour villain, and many more lives would be lost. After I made the final jump of the parkour race, the parkour master was gone, and the fight was over. But the fight against the parkour villain hadn't even begun. If I don't get to the top of Parkour Civilization quickly enough, the villain will use the command blocks to delete me from this world, and I'll have no chance to save these people. Which
I think one thing that bothers me here is that this villain is evil because he's introducing this illegal way to parkour, which requires the person who loses to die. But death was already a part of parkour battles before, and in his reign, Evbo had the opportunity to remove death, but didn't. He killed so many people. Even as the leader, he killed a lot of people. Like fans of his, he killed. So it's hard to hate the villain and pretend that he is like morally unjustified when the hero is also morally unjustified.
Which means there's no time to waste. The last time I saved the world, I actually had a plan. But now I have no plan, no blocks to fight with, and I just realized I have no way up to the top. Oh, I'm so done for. I didn't even realize that my champion boots were gone. And
you respawn? I don't know if you respawn. You respawn if you fall when you're on the noob level, but if you die like the master at the start did in a battle, I don't know if you restart. Because he literally said in his own words, I don't know whether I should have parkour battles be for death or not, but I'll worry about that another day. That's what he said. He did not say, I got rid of death, nobody dies now. He did not say that. Guys, you are thinking if someone falls. If they fall, they derank. That is not the same as losing a parkour battle. In a parkour battle, you can die. And Evo himself, the champion, said during his reign, he had the opportunity to make a choice on whether he should remove death and didn't know if he should or not. That is what he said. It's still a D rank. You're wrong. And I don't even care that your name is Evo with a check mark. That is what he said in the game, okay? That's what he said in the fucking movie. I watched the movie. I'm right about this one. He's wrong. Okay? How I interpret your media does not change based off how the author wanted it to be interpreted. That is just, end of the day, when he put this media out into the world, that's how it is taken. Face value. He does not get to change it on hindsight.
Only the parkour champion can see the path up to the top.
What's up, Ricky?
That doesn't mean it's...
The conflict was over whether someone should D-rank from losing a battle. No, you said die. We're going to go back to it after.
Not here. Oh, no, I have a really bad idea. Okay, I'm 99% sure this is where the first jump starts. If I get this wrong, well, it was a good life. I jumped into the air expecting to be falling, but I wasn't. The path to the top of Parkour Civilization was here. I just couldn't see it without my champion boots on. If this idea didn't work, saving the world would have been impossible. But now, it's just slightly less
It's
impossible.
not that, Ricky.
Oh, man, I have to do so many invisible jumps. Oh, this is not going to be easy. Only thing I could do was rely on my memory of the parkour course up to the top. Luckily, I've made this journey numerous times over the course of my life, but still, jumping on invisible blocks is very much not preferred. Only a few more jumps and I was inside the parkour temple. But with how long this journey's been taking, I feel like I could be deleted in any second. After all, the parkour villain does specialize in racing. I made the final jump and I was inside the parkour temple. With no sign of the parkour villain, I can only assume he made it to the top, which means this could be the end for me. Well, if I randomly disappear, I guess I get to add an invisible parkour course to my list of accomplishments. But I wasn't gone yet. I scaled the temple until I was at the very top. He must be on the command blocks, right? There's no way he... Wait, what? is that? On the other side of the parkour temple, there was some structure built, and the parkour villain was waiting for me. So, I take it there's a reason I'm still alive? What, did you want to get one last supervillain monologue before you use the command blocks to wipe me out?
I was never going to defeat you like that. I just needed you to follow me. Now, you will experience the true pain of a parkour race.
I now realized what the structure in front of me was. It was a parkour race, and it would be my last chance to save Parkour Civilization. Some part of me was relieved, because if I was gonna be deleted by the command blocks, well, I had no plan to stop that. But now, the course of action is simple. Win the parkour race.
This is without a doubt the most difficult race in parkour history. I want you to feel the sense of dread as you watch me get closer and closer to the finish line, knowing no matter how
just
hard
run during
you
his
try,
fucking monologue.
You will never catch up to me. I commend you for making it this far.
You would make so much
but
progress
I
if you were
cannot
running.
entertain this any longer. Let's begin.
This was it. The hardest parkour race in history, against one of the most fearsome parkour fighters of all time. There's nothing to save me now. Miss one jump and it's over. Make the jump slower than the parkour villain and I die. Meaning I can't hold anything back in this fight. Maybe I'm not good enough to beat the parkour villain, but someone once told me that as long as you can parkour, there is always a way. The parkour race had begun. I did the first 3 jumps without stopping, but the parkour villain had matched my speed. This race was only gonna get more difficult, and the only way I could get a lead on the parkour villain is by doing the most difficult jumps with virtually no stopping. I barely stayed on after the ice block jump, and now it was time for a chain neo, which the parkour villain did effortlessly.
First try
I made
chain
the
neo.
chain neo myself and made the drop down to the ladder. It was time to speed things up. I made a 4.5 block jump into a 6.5 block jump onto a candle. Now was my time to take the lead. I quickly made
Double
the
neo.
2 block neo jump and immediately went onto the glass jumps. The parkour villain told me I lost the battle with him before because of my inability to risk everything I had. But right now, in this battle, I wasn't holding anything back. I
Oh,
stopped at a
shit.
difficult neo jump. I needed momentum for this. I looked back and I had a sizable lead against the parkour
Never
villain.
look back.
I could do this. I went backwards 1 jump and used the momentum to make
Nice.
the 3 block neo jump. This was my time. This was my... And that's when my heart dropped. The feeling of hope I had in this battle came and went in seconds. My side of the parkour battle wasn't finished, and the end to the race was just a few jumps away. I was set up from the beginning. The parkour villain never intended on me finishing this race. He got what he wanted, and that was to make me suffer. All I could do from this point on was watch as my life slowly came to an end. This was how I was gonna go out. In a few jumps, the parkour villain would make it to the platform, and my life would
Low
cease to
key,
exist.
lowest of low keys. He is setting this up monologically as if the parkour villain is going to kill himself right here.
To be honest, with everything that's happened in my life, I didn't think I would make it this far. With every battle and every parkour course I've had to do, I always thought that a jump would be my last. And you know what? I've made some pretty impossible jumps, which is why I'm not gonna leave Parkour Civilization by just standing still. I'm gonna end this journey with one final jump. So, this is what the end feels like. Wow, feels weird. It feels like I'm still alive. No, but I'm probably dead, right? Yeah, I'm definitely dead. I mean, I jumped into the void. How would I not be dead?
You are very much still alive.
In that moment, I heard a voice
Parkour
that I've heard one
God.
time in my life before. It was the voice of the parkour god. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Did you say
I'm so embarrassed, by the way, that I could recognize the voice of parkour god by voice alone.
alive? Wait, how is that even possible?
Why did you jump?
Why did I jump?
You knew there was no block to land on, yet you jumped anyways.
Well, I don't know. I mean, I had no options, and didn't you hear my inner monologue? I kind of wanted that to be my last jump in Parkour Civilization.
That's not it. You were prepared to sacrifice your life for Parkour Civilization. And perhaps I should do the same.
I'm sorry, Mr. Parkour God, but if I'm still alive, does that mean there's still a way I can go back and save the world?
You may leave anytime you want. Just fail a jump and you can go back.
I can go back and save everyone. Thank you, Parkour God. I promise I won't waste this chance.
So eager to leave already? I guess my golly words are of no value to you.
No, that's not it. Sorry, I thought you were done. Please continue.
Throughout my life, I have never bothered to interfere with the events of Parkour Civilization. I was afraid of what might happen if I were to introduce my power to the world.
Wait, but you gave me the champion boots last time I needed to save the world. Didn't you interfere then?
I was merely a messenger. The old man wanted his boots to go to you, and all I did was deliver them.
So why tell me all of this, and why bring me here?
Because I have found my successor. You have convinced me that there are those in this world worthy of wielding my power, and you will continue my legacy by inheriting this power and passing it on to future generations.
Whoa, okay, hold on. You said I will inherit your power? What power is that?
You will become Parkour.
I'm sorry, did you just say become Parkour? That doesn't make any sense.
I'm a godly figure that rarely shows up. I'm not supposed to make any sense.
And just like that, the Parkour God vanished into thin air. I'm gonna inherit the Parkour God's power? What does this even mean? Okay, I guess now's not the time to think about it too much. All that matters now is that I can finish this race and save the world. From the beginning, I've always had to jump to survive. And well, I'm still jumping.
Bars. Oh shit! Oh shit!
Oh, how did I just do that? Did the Parkour God just put the ladder here for me? Oh, I am still alive. I'm still alive. How is this possible? Wait, netherite boots? No, I'm the one who made the ladder.
What? That's impossible.
No, it is definitely possible.
Dude, season 1 of Blue Lock versus season 2?
Now, let's see how this works. All right, just places I go. This is what parkour should feel like. Okay, what do we have here? I think I can build all that. I can see the finish line. I'm not giving up now. Come on, just 5 more jumps. Let's do this.
Oh, he did the thing! He did the thing!
Oh, it's over. Oh my gosh, it's over. Oh, that one really came down to the wire. I kind of wish someone saw that 360 at the end. That was kind of cool. Oh, my body is sore. My shoulder kind of hurts from that ladder clutch. Should it be hurting? I thought I'm the parkour god now. I feel like I shouldn't be able to feel pain. Can I even die? Should I test it out right now? No, that's a terrible idea. I should not test that out.
Man, why do the command blocks have to be a 4-block jump?
It's not that hard. Come on, you'll get used to it. Besides, you're the new parkour champion. You should be doing that in your sleep. All right, let's see how this attempt went. Nope, you still messed it up again. Okay, so this time you built barely half a house, and it's also like 50 blocks up in the air. That's fine, don't sweat it. Not everyone gets it on their first try.
I don't get it. I'm thinking of a house, and it's not building the house. Why are these things so hard to use?
Yeah, it's more of an imagination thing. I don't know, you just gotta think harder. I mean, I got it on my first try.
Yeah, of course you did, bro. So what are you gonna do now that the world doesn't need saving anymore? What are you supposed to do as the parkour god?
That's the thing. I don't have to do anything. If the world needs saving, I'll be there to save it. But for now, I just want to parkour. I've been a parkour noob, I've been a parkour pro, I've been a master, and I've been a parkour champion. And every one of those roles came with expectations about where I should go or what I should do.
He just wants to
Now, the only
parkour!
one to decide those things for me
Never
is
forget where you
myself.
came from!
So, all I'm gonna do is parkour. And if that leads me back to saving Parkour Civilization again, then so be it. From now on, the only path I'm following is my own. I make my own jumps.
Yeah!
Let's go. Time to swing your sword.
No, I am not ready to start some new shit. Fuck that. Nope. No, we are not starting PvP Civilization. I'm sorry. I've committed a lot to Parkour Civilization. I'm not ready to just jump into PvP. Chill. Chill. Wait, I do want to check one thing, though. There's one thing I want to check.
Of course, even if you do get the
I
food,
want to
you
check the early
have to make
dialogue
the two-
where he said he didn't know if he wanted to remove death or not.
to the public. Oh, look at that. Challenge each other to parkour battles. They can battle for fun or they can battle to the death. I haven't really figured out if I should set a rule on that. But
Any fucking arguments, Evbo? Because as a Parkour Civilization head, we remember what they said in the movie. And in the movie, they said they can fight to the death. Death meaning you die in D rank. Oh, he has his cake and eats it too. That is so sick. Bravo. Bravo. I understand what the Harry Potter fans feel like now with J.K. Rowling. This is the same. This is literally the same. I can't think of a single difference. I feel the same right now. Betrayed, stabbed emotionally, physically. He says death. You say D rank. My God. Nah, that was good though. That was heat. I will say, season 2 definitely better than season 1. Season 2 definitely better than season 1. I think there's a bit of repetitiveness in the 4 keys for the 4 masters. That's the only part. Like, the second part picks up for sure. First half's a little slow. First half's definitely a little slow because, like, I got the first key and then not the disc. So I got the first disc, the second disc, the third disc, the fourth disc. It's like, oh, okay, I get it. And then the second half, you're like, okay, we're cooking. We're back. So, yeah, kind of like that. Damn. Evbo, I'll just send you a DM directly. You got to reply to. I'm going to send you a DM directly, and I'm going to say it again. You got to reply to. It is a secret. I'm not telling chat because it's a secret. It is not the fucking yard. Chat, first off, am glad we watched this. To the YouTube frogs watching this, hope you enjoyed part 2. If you think I should write part 3, please let Evbo know and also subscribe to the YouTube channel. But that is it for the stream today, guys. I'm actually going to go live again tonight, probably. There's a high chance I go live tonight to do a story time about going to the Dodgers game and then League of Legends. And then I might switch to a members only stream if the League of Legends doesn't go great. There's a high chance that I do that. But chat, I am going to raid I'm going to raid my man's. Who am I going to raid right here? I'm going to raid my man. I'm going to raid EE, who's playing Rivals of Ether 2. Guys, I dropped a new video game this week. Off-Brand Games, my game publishing company, released a game made by Ether Studios, Rivals of Ether 2. It's a platform fighter. Thousands are playing it. 80-something like 8% positive reviews. It's a good-ass game, chat. It's a good-ass game. If you haven't yet checked it out, man, please do check it out. It is on sale for the next week. And if you watch it on Twitch for the next week, you get drops for skins in the game. This is only until November, 4th, I think. So, anyway, huge shout-out and big love to Rivals of Ether 2. I am uploading a video on my channel right now. Is it 5 p.m.? Yeah, literally just now. Hello, you have just... I've just uploaded a secret video on my VOD channel that is an offline recording of me playing Rivals of Ether 2 on my journey to hit platinum. Because that is my goal, to hit plat. But anyway, I'm going to raid EE for now. Here's his stream if you want to go give him some love. Here it is. Link in that shit. Shout out EE. How much is the game? The game's 10% off, so it's $27 right now. But it depends what region you're in as well. That's in America. In other regions, it's a lot cheaper. For example, if you live in Southeast Asia or Japan, it's going to be a lot cheaper than it is in America, just to adjust to the cost of living in each region. Anyway, chat, thank you all for watching today. I appreciate y'all hanging out with me. This is a lot of fun. I will likely be live tonight. Likely, not 100%, but likely. I meant to do a slow fade, but I didn't. So all I have to say is my final message.